Hello, good morning. I got my coffee. I was here in the studio, slapping some paint on some paper, getting ready to do a whole bunch of things today. And I was just like, well, let's see who will pop on. So, Team Replay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Took the doggies out, did all the things. Well, not all of them. Hi, Barb. I was just getting ready to text you and see if you were available to hang out. I had to wait till I finished printing. What I need to do is put my printer on this, what do you call it, on this internet so that I didn't have to wait, because it's like I've been wanting to go. Just about to make some coffee, went to the gym already. Oh, you already up and doing it. You go, girl. Yep, I got my coffee and my beautiful cup that Bridget gave me. Life is better with a dog, and it has a Roddy on it. So I printed out some things. I'm going to probably, I don't have no plans for this live. Let me start there. Other than making sure this camera is straight. There we go. Right, is that straight? Yeah. So it's just me hanging out. That's all. Doing what I do anyway in the studio, so why not share? But I did want to talk about this because, as you can see, this is what we did yesterday on our live, and it has gotten even more vibrant. Look how beautiful those colors are. Oh my goodness. But we will be talking about gouache. Gouache is going to be the show taker today. Pam, do you ever sleep? I checked to see if you were live, and I was just like, oh good, she's getting us some sleep. I am very, very proud of your declutter. You did a good job. I was walking and doing the dogs this morning when I looked at your last video when you're showing all the little thingies. So, was hubby happy? Did he give you a big kiss and say, good job, babe? Because I was like, that is so beautiful. So, let's see. I did a couple of videos. So I've been up since about 6:30. I just laid in the bed a little bit. And then I rolled over and I guess fell back asleep. And then I got up about 7. Did puppy duty, did puppy things, took the puppy out. And then I came in here and I was good for getting ready to go and push the live button and just like, okay, well, let's just hang out. But then I realized I was printing and my printer is on the old network. So I need to switch it to this network right here. So that way I don't have to worry about, not having to, switch or whatever. Oh, you know what I can do is I can pull up my other laptop and I can still do it if I need to print something. Okay, just figured that out. That was 17 hours of rearranging and reorganizing. My body was so trashed afterwards. So I guess when you did get in the bed, you had no problem sleeping. Is that what we're saying? And you're fresh today. So this is a fresh morning, 17 hours. Now, did you stay live the whole 17 hours? I bet you don't have no problem with your watch time. And Bart, excuse me. Oh, that coffee went down the wrong way. Yesterday, when I went to the restaurant, they didn't have, it was Monday, so pretty much they had a different food on the bar. So that's why I just went ahead and texted her and was like, can you tell me? So then when she texted me, and I was like, oh yeah, I wouldn't have never got that. Because for one, I didn't call it by its name. That was my problem first off. But she said she's going to say, I did stay live. I need body doubling to get stuff done. Well, here's the thing though, Pam. Now that you've gotten it done, now you don't have to really worry about it. All you have to do is worry about keeping it up. All right. So these are some pages for one of my journals that's coming up. Let me say it like that. One of my journals. And the other one, as I move this avalanche of stuff, this one is going to be called Dawn. That's the hard part, Pam, really? So you don't create, so when you create, like I have baskets for projects. And thanks to Dawn, and let's move that over there so that won't be. But this one, oh, that's two things in one. Oh, I printed these out because they'll go somewhere. Yeah. See, Pam, this is my problem. See, I'll print out the stuff before I even use it. And then I'll have piles and piles and piles of printables. Like this is a mini book that I was going to do and probably will cut up today. I cut up, oh yeah, guys, so let me tell you. I'm going to be putting up a video that I did this morning. I cut up my pages with my big trimmer. I don't want to get too squirrely, but this was fun. I was so happy to know what the food was. Phew, right? Oh, and it's so good. So when you do the vegetables, she had told me you can put chicken, like you can put whatever meat you want with it. But she had put beef because it was one of my grief retreats. And so it was all mothers who had lost children. And so we got together in Destin. And, and so she cooked that, and it was amazing. Amazing. I need to start doing that with organizing my projects. Also, one of my viewers suggested setting a timer for an hour, clean 5 minutes, and then go on. That's a good one. But yeah, that's a good one. And maybe you could see what you do get done in an hour. That could be a good one. For me, I have desk space. I can't do anything. I can't leave the desk. Once I start this journal, that's why I collect everything in a basket, right? Like even to the things that I think I'm going to put on here. And for the time I'm sitting here, I can't move. Whatever I've collected in this basket, that's what's going to work for me, right? So then when I get up, and usually it's probably about 2 hours. So the timer, but I don't set a timer. I'm usually looking at a movie, but I just added something to my world of YouTube. Well, not to my world of YouTube, but that I'm going to use on YouTube, because I wanted to, like sometimes when I don't want to talk and I just want to be on here and show you what I'm doing, I usually have music going when I'm not on live. Well, I wasn't doing it because, you got to have copyright and all that stuff. Well, now I have this music program that I have the licensure, and as long as I choose the music that's on there, which is a lot of music, a lot of genres and everything, then I can just play the music. So I could still pop on here and show you what I'm doing without really having to worry about doing a whole lot of talking or whatever, especially if I don't feel like talking, because there are sometimes when I don't. And then I'll put this together, but then I won't sew it. And that's how that works for me. So what I have done, so that's the project, that's one puppy right there. So she's in her basket. This is going to be, we're calling them puppies because I don't like calling them junk journals because they're so pretty. I do get junk journals, but by the time I finish with this one and that one, they won't, I don't know. Anyways, these puppies working right now. They'll probably have another name tomorrow. But see, they have the front. You have the front or the back, whichever. Pretty pages, right? And then you flip it over. So when you open it up, then it's going to be where you can journal. This is for my people that journal, like really love to journal, but they don't get junk journals, right? You get that? And we get in the journaling community, we get a lot of questions of what do you do with it when you're like when you're finished making it and you sell it, what do you do with it? Well, it really isn't left up to me. It's left up to whoever buys it, what they want to do with it, right? And so because I had someone last month, no, this month, I finished it this month. They put the order in July, and I went on, no, they put the order in June, and I told them it will be August because World Watercolor Month was all that was on my desk. And being that I've had people to come and say, hey, I want a journal with lines. I really want to write in it. And, I was like, okay, so I'm doing a twofold. This is what this is. So I printed out all these pretty pages, and then I flipped it over and just ran it back through so it'll have lines. And I think that'll work out. And I'll put it in my shop, and those that like it that way, they get it like that. Now, if they don't like it this way and they like, I just want all the pages and I want to create whatever, there will be some of those too. But check these pages out. I get my pages. These pages came from My Porch Print, and they have just been my go-to for a lot of my journaling pages. And I came across them years ago, but now that I have a lot of friends who create pages and do things, I will be getting, adding more of theirs to my shop. Like Beth, I can't wait to make this one. This is one I printed out because Beth has, I think it's 49 downloads, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to have to take those and put them in a zip file so that I'll know what they are, because when I don't know what each one is, because it wasn't, I need to set my set my computer, so when I click on it, it shows me the image. That's what I need to do. All right, so that's one, and this is I could possibly put some of these, maybe, no, and you can tell this one, so these first couple of pages, this is why I just went to putting lines on the back, because when I flipped it and put it in the printer, it's upside down. So when you turn the page, it's upside down. Am I going to use it? And it is. So I think these three are messed up. My printer does not flip and do double-sided. It does. It says it does double-sided. It does not. I'm the turner, and I turn wrong. So we're going to pivot with these. Not going to worry about it. So when you do it over this way, it'll just be upside down. No worries. But this one, I think these are right. Mushrooms, Pam, you don't get it? Mushrooms. I have a yard full of mushrooms. But, oh, that's one of the messed up ones. Alright. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, wait. Where are you? Alright, okay. We'll get this together soon. Look, y'all, come on now. Alright. I just want to show you the pages. I don't want to get all into all the things. Butterflies. I wish this butterfly was kind of on that page, but no worries. I'll have to get on the printer and flip it, but no stress. But when you close it over, we got letters, or either when you put it over this way and be that way. So those are going to be fun. Beautiful. Same thing. The vibrancy of these pages are amazing. Daisies. Who doesn't love daisies? Beautiful rose. And this is what I was talking about with gouache. The way you slap the paint down there, you don't have to really worry about layering it. It's you put the colors and then you just go and add the details. That's a pretty, I can use that for a, what do you call that thing? picture to paint from. And same thing on the back. Fun. Magnolias, which I love. Hydrangeas, which I also love. So that's what those are all about, and I put them back over here all together. So that's journal number 2. So technically I'm going to have 3 journals going at one time. 2 of them are already set to be. Hi Dawn, how are you? I still need to go back and comment on your page, on your video. Okay, this I did this morning. Again, I've been up. This was 8.5 by 11. I think it was 25, more than that, maybe 50 sheets. So I put it in my new trimmer because I needed paper to put inside my cards. And I wasn't sure about what I was going to do, right? So I cut them shorter. Really, this one is the shortest one to put on the inside, but I wanted to have more, so I'm going to take this one and run it back through the trimmer. Like I can put all these pages, these papers in here and cut it at one time, one whack. And so I'll probably cut it down. What is this measure right now? This one is at 7. So I'll need to cut it probably at 3.5. Literally cut it in half. So that way I can put them in my card. So let me pause. Wait, what is this one? Let's see. This one might be it. No, that one's 5. So we need to maybe cut this one. One of them. So my cards are mostly, the ones that I've done, they're mainly 4.5 by 5. I think that's what most of them work. And so what I was trying to do, because I have a lot, like this one is bigger. So this one is a 6 by 7.5. So when you open it up, this one will be too big. But you get, this is what I was wanting. Oh no, that's perfect. That is perfect. Oh, you got a jelly plate? No, I didn't hear that. Nice. I love jelly plates. Oh, thank you, Dawn. I'm doing better. I'm doing better with, like you said, don't make a video. Just pop on here and go live. I heard you in my ear. I was just like, I'm going to do a video on my daughter because she told me to do a video of me using my trimmer. And I was just like, okay. But I did the video because I had to send it to her. And then I was just like, okay, I'm just going to do a video of like whatever. I just cut my camera on. And then I heard Dawn saying, just go live, right? I slept last night. I was so tired after cleaning. I know you did. You probably snored too. You probably had a little purr going on till Harley was like, wait a minute, let me go cuddle. Because that's what William tells me. It's like when I'm tired, he's like, you were really tired, huh? It's like, what do you mean? It's like, okay. That's my indicator that I am tired. And then this morning I was going to go mow. And then I was like, but I'm not in a mowing mood. So when I'm not in a mowing mood, and it's a beautiful day, like it was 72 earlier this morning. And I was just like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Right? Look how perfectly those cut. Look, boom. So let's see. I don't know how. I'm going to run over here to I have to put it, I got to get another base because I cannot put it on my desk because of the glass. And I don't want to break it any more than I've already broken it. So it's on my little desk, my little kids, my grandkids' table. So I'm going to cut this in half. Check this out, y'all. Looky, looky. Check this out. See what Di did? Isn't it cute? Di just giving it, making this all just the flowers. But I'm not needing to be right back. But I just figured this would be the closest that I can show you what she did. And I put it in a frame so I could just grab it. But I can still talk and you're going to hear me. So, but you see this and I'm measuring it. It is 7. So we're going to cut it 3. We're going to cut it down to 3. 3.5, 3.5. That's 7. Yeah, 3.5. Okay, mosey on over here. And the easy thing about this little puppy right here is you don't really have to exert a lot of energy. You measure it out to where you want it to be and just slide it over. God, I wish I can just bring that camera over here so you can see. But you'll see the video that I did. Okay, 3.5. Open that up. Open the gates up so it can go under. Where are you? Oh, you gotta let the blade back up. Duh. And there's no way you can cut your daggum fingers either. You cut your fingers with this puppy, you are really, you stuck your finger under there. 3.5 is right there. 3.5, okay. And then you close the gate back down and it holds the paper so you don't have to worry about how tight it is, because it is tight. You tighten that up, release the blade, and done. Just like that. Open the gate, let it back up. Boom. That's going to come in handy for my pages. Hey, Di. Di just showed, look, it was supposed to have, I wasn't gone, so, but I just showed, I put it in a frame. I showed everybody what you had sent. Y'all, isn't that pretty? It is so me. So me. With those beautiful flowers. But look at that. Look at that crisp cut. Look at that thing looks like something that I went to Staples or whatever they call them stores all the way around. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Sit that. So that'll be, and there's the other one. Boom. And this one, I will probably leave this pack, the size, so that I can maybe not have to cut that. I'm not sure. But this one did good. So maybe I'll cut this one down a little bit. Did I take that one off of this stack? I think so. Because I think the biggest of my card, no, I didn't take that one off of there. Or did I? Yeah, I did. And I keep my little, what do you call my little trinkets? Hi, Lady Y'all. Y'all is up this morning. I didn't think I was going to see none of my regulars. But it's fun. So I'm hanging out here in the studio this morning. Breathing. Hanging. Literally. Organizing my projects. I've already organized. Let's see, I've already decluttered. I'm not going to say organized. I decluttered some things because my clutter was organized. It wasn't making me happy anymore. And so remember, August is on Mondays and Wednesdays, we're talking about decluttering. So that is why I had to just get some stuff, move some stuff, and get rid of some stuff. Because a lot of stuff I got rid of, I wasn't going to use it. 11:08 here. So that means you and Di, wait, no, Lydia, wait, 11:08. So 11:08, Lydia, that's 11:08 Eastern. It's 10:08 Central. And Di, 1 a.m. That's what I was going to say. It's early in the morning for Di. Di, why are you still woke? Are you laying in the bed? And you saw my light on? Okay, see, and that way I keep them organized. Like so. And when I get ready to put all of I don't always put a white piece of paper on the inside. Sometimes, like the one I'm making for my mother-in-law, I am going to, I have another one, so I got to print out the other half of this. And then I'm going to take it and put it like right there. And then the rest of it is going to go down there. So it'll be, oh, you just woke up. Okay. Because I know for you, you like at 6 a.m. at like when I usually go live at 3 o'clock. That's how I pretty much can tell your time. And so this I got off of a calendar that I've had. It was a 2012 calendar, and I love the Blue Ridge sayings. And so I'll get the rest of it, and then I'll put it down there. Put maybe a ribbon cross there, something. And then that'll be the inside of her card. And then over here, I'm going to put like a pocket, and then we're going to put a money order in there. We're going to give her money for a birthday instead of, you know, I think when you get to a certain age, you don't want things. You want money to buy the things you want. So that's how that's going to work out. But I think this card has turned out. I am in love with this card. And hopefully she loves it as much as I do. And then I'll stamp on the back, created with love or made with love, and then sign it. And that's how that one's going to work out. So that was another way of taking them. Now this one is smaller. Let's see. This one is a little under, no, it's a 4 2/5. Look, it's a little over 4 inches by 6. So this one, I probably have to get one of these pieces of paper if I choose to put in there because it's still smaller. But this isn't my normal size card, although it's very cute. But I like the 5x7 cards. So that's why I went ahead and did these. And anytime I do one like this, you know, we'll just be ready. I'm too scared to move, LOL. It's only my foot and butt that hurts. Oh, Di, what happened? Did I miss something? Didn't know you were not feeling 100%. And then we have, remember every time we see a basket, we have to say, thank you, Dawn. Because this is my card making collecting basket. I got me a little stash. I don't have what Di got, but I'm on my way. What is that? Oh, that was paper. Let me sit there. Separate. There we go. And that's how that goes in. And this is an old school Laurel Ingalls basket. It looks like the basket that was on, slipped over on the tiles. Oh, Di. My goodness. Yeah, I've done a slip and fall before. You don't recover from them too much. Hi, Julia. So, okay. And so the other thing that I'm going to pull for it, this is my upcoming journal. Hey, Paula K. Oh, the gang's all here. Hello, friends. I was remote this morning and realized you were live, Karen, so I had to pop in and say hi to my friends, getting ready to head into the office so I will catch. No problem. I'm just happy you popped in. Thank you. So I just decided to pop in. I decided to pop on because I had Dawn in my head. Just go live and share all the things and do all the things. And, hey, whoever can join, can join. But this is my next journal that we're going into September. And I was going to be pulling it out, making sure all my pages were good. This is all of my ephemera, all the stuff. This is why I don't call it a junk journal. That don't go in here. Oh, I think it will. I just need to edge up the stuff. That's what it is. We're going to put those in there. But this is my B journal. This journal will be called her name, because Beth says a journal needs to have a name, and her name will be Dawn. Because y'all already know why. And all of the little things that's in here will go in the journal. Got some little pages already, some things, everything that I wanted to do. Oh, this was supposed to be in the prompt as a pocket. I need to put that in Dear Prompts. That's where that goes. Dear Prompt. And we got jewelry that's going to dangle or hang on it. We already put that out in here. We got This one, because remember my friend Pam sent me all these cute little thingies that's going to go in here. So that works out. And then here are the pages. These are probably going to be, these are kind of thick. These will probably be popped in like little note cards. And something like that. Yeah, the back. These were the, remember I told y'all I got those Chick-fil-A boxes. That's what these are. All these are from the Chick-fil-A boxes. So we got that. But here are our, all of these were from the Chick-fil-A boxes. Aren't they yummy? Oh yeah, it was a Korean dish. It is, and it's like so much. I want to drive all the way to Atlanta just so she can make it for me. These again were the Chick-fil-A boxes. This is how you can take something and make it into something beautiful. Now, I have a rule for myself. And the reason I have this rule is because of all of the decluttering I just did the last 2 weeks. I kept cereal boxes. I kept, as a matter of fact, I believe I have a Swiss roll box right here. When I had this box and I was getting ready to throw it away, I put it in the trash 3 times. And I was like, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. So I have it right here so I can slap some paper on it so I can use it because it is a good base. Like, and these right here become good spines. The tabs become good spines for your book. Oh, listen, Di, listen, Google it, Google it. Google it, and I wish I had the one that I sent Barb. Barb, if you can put that one I sent you in the chat. That's the one that looks just like how she made it. Oh my goodness. So think of this as a book right here, like already. This is a book. Like that can be the back or the front. That's your spine, and you just, all you do is cover it up. And you can either take these end tabs off, and this could be your closure if you're an expert like Di is with putting on closures. But I would put a hole right there, put a ribbon through there to close it up. It's already a book. But my rule is, because I had so many of these kind of things, and cereal boxes and cracker boxes, all of those things, my goal is, if I keep it, I have to create with it within a week. So I just finished the last Swiss roll. Y'all saw that, 280 calories, right? I'm the one over here that don't eat a lot, and so doctor's just like, oh, you're okay to eat one, so I do one, not one a day, but one when my sugar go down to like 50. Yeah, I pop one of these puppies in, and it still don't go all the way up. It go up to about 90. So it's a good thing, but I digress with that one. So it's in the studio, and it's right here. You saw how fast I picked it up, so that way I can slap some paper on it. Sorry, I had a phone call. I'm back. Oh, okay. So 1 week. If I don't use it within 1 week, I'm not putting it up under the table. I'm not storing it in. I had a whole tuck box full of just stuff like this that I've kept. Because I heard Tracy in my mind saying, oh, you can use this or you can use that and whatever. And I was like, oh, I sure can, right? I'm not keeping all that stuff. I'm not. And it would be great for those who make cards and use the base of these, and they do it, that's their thing every day. But I'm mostly slapping paint on paper, right? Now, going into September, I'll probably use the ones I got, because I do have maybe about, it's not a big, it's, as a matter of fact, it's over there, but I could put it up on the desk. It's a bag that I have, and I put all the stuff in here. When that bag is full, then it's no more. Don't put no more in there, right? Until I create. Now, my goal with these boxes that I got from our family reunion, I wanted the boxes because they were from our family reunion. They were sentimental boxes, even though they were Chick-fil-A. I knew I was going to make them into sentimental things. And that's what these are. All of these came from those Chick-fil-A boxes. So, but give yourself a goal, give yourself a time limit to keep these things in your studio. And if you're not going to craft with them within like a reasonable amount of time, you're probably not going to do it, right? Although I did just dump three 30-gallon trash bags of boxes and paper bags, Amazon pages. Oh, you did Amazon paging too? Ooh, you don't need to keep it all. It's about as if we don't buy more packaging every week, right? Right? And that's what I was saying. It was like I'm gonna get Amazon packaging, so either make the book or trash it. And some of them I put in a thing and I sent to my thrift store, because I do know there are people that go in my thrift store, the one that's on Fort Rucker, the army base, and they be looking for stuff like that. And so I sent that and put that. So I didn't have to throw a lot of it away. I sent a lot of magazines. We did 4 bags of clothes out of my closets and drawers. And then I did 4 boxes of books and packaging and 2 bags out of my studio. And I didn't flinch this time. I looked at it. I asked the question, are you serving me? Are you making me happy? And the answer was no. And I just let it go. I did. And I didn't have a problem with it this time. When I first started, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna need it. Time I throw it away or time I give it away, I'm gonna need it. Put it in the chat. That's me. That's how you felt. If that's you, then just put, yep, that's me. I feel you. Because that's what I did. And now that I've been doing it, have I said that? Be like, oh, darn, I threw that away. Ain't said it yet. Ain't. And ain't. Okay, I'm going to have to put some vintage photo on these, around these. I feel like I got cluster and some things for a prompt. I think that might be where that needs to go. I think my prompt stuff got trapped in there. And a tag. Yeah, that's what it is. So my dear prompt, I'm all caught up, but I need to now put it in the book. Okay, so these are the pages that's going to go in this beautiful journal that's going to be called Dawn. And it's Dawn inspired because of the bees. I was packing up stuff for the thrift store when I fell. Oh my goodness. Now, did you trip over some stuff? Our studios can be very dangerous at times. The garbage can. I tripped over the garbage can. I had to move it. You was definitely motivated. You was definitely motivated. But I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. And the body is sore from probably where you fell. The dogs were out this morning. They pissed me off so bad. I was running. The puppy wants to hang out with the big dogs now. So the mama dogs, Lauren snapped at her, really, because, of course, the puppy is 8 weeks old. So, the first place she's going on a mama dog, a girl dog, is to the tits. And so she grabbed Lauren, and Lauren, she snapped her. And I couldn't blame Lauren. And usually the puppy needs to be, like pop. That's the dog's version of popping, like no. So she barks at Lauren now. She doesn't go over to Lauren. She barks at her because she knows she's not the one to be messed with. But Lily Rose laid down, rolled over. And then when Lily Rose was playing with her, though, right? And so Lily Rose thought the puppy was playing with her, but then when that puppy jumped on top of her and was trying to grab her cheeks, she did the same thing. She just couldn't roll over fast enough to just slap her on the face with her paw. And then she was just like, oh my goodness. So the puppy and Lily Rose have more of a girl, don't do that. Brandy, she's like, I had boys. I don't know where this puppy come from. And Sienna Grace wants to use her as a play toy. And Zara, she's got a mothering, nurturing, kind of caring way. So she kind of plays with her. She lays on the ground flat, so she can't bother her boobs. But Sienna Grace and Zara haven't had puppies. So their little, their nibs are not hanging. The rest of them have had puppies. So they got a little tip on them. So this morning, because Brandy was trying to run back to me, she ran through the dogs and kind of ran under, almost under my foot. And luckily, I saw her coming. I braced for the bump. Other than that, I'd been on daggum ground. But they done laid me on the ground before. I'm just like, oh. And when they do that, they already know they've done something wrong. They'll come over and kind of get next to me like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just like, slow down. So, yeah. I have definitely been on out there in the field a couple times. A couple times. And then, you know, you look around and see, did anybody see you fall? Mr. McCoy saw me fall one time. I know he laughed, but he acted like he didn't. I said, that's why I be laughing at you when you be doing crazy stuff. So, bruised my butt, sore foot, and hand. So you tried to brace yourself with that hand. No, my old puppy peed and your puppy peed and you didn't see it. Oh, so you slipped on. Yeah, I get that one. Lauren hasn't gotten that part. She's 13, 14, but she's usually in the sunroom, or like now she's out on the deck because it's nice and it's cool out. But she kind of can still get out to the grass. She don't go over in the field where the dogs are, where I would like for them to pee so they don't kill my grass. So I don't know how long. I'm not gonna say, but she'll probably be in that category. But fun papers. But Di, I'm sending you great big old heel hugs. And what is it? Do you put heat? I think I put cold on it, then put heat, alternate so it wouldn't hurt as bad. And then I have these little patches that's like what's that stuff that makes stuff numb? The athletes use it. That kind of help. But there's nothing worse than a fall at our age. So let's flip through these beautiful pages. Let's start this way. So I did some ledger pages. These are all going in this journal. So this probably will get something like, let's see, something like this on it. Down in the corner maybe. I don't know. It's like when I get ready to, if I was probably putting this on here now, probably do something like sweet. Maybe make a cluster, something like that. Or not over here, put a pocket over there, something like that. Because it's a beautiful page and it kind of goes along. Now, the color that I put around this, I don't think that's it. I'm not sure. I think no, it's not. Oh, Lord, I'm going to have to figure out what it is just in case I have some more pages. It's not distress. It's not vintage photo. She doesn't usually pee on the floor. She does have a puppy pee pad near the door for times she just can't get out. My mom has my daughter's, what is that, Maltese? He pisses just when he gets mad. He'll like pee outside his crate. Like, look at that. That's a spoon. They're just, these things are so fun. They're so fun. All of these are fun. And if Beth was on here, she would be proud of me. Bitty Penny would be proud of me. I fussy cut all of these. I did not put them in my Cricut. I just sat down with my basket and fussy cut. I did. All right, and that's that page. And then on the back, of course, you flip it over. This, so, well, and I don't have them in any order, so these will get intermingled. Because again, you can journal on it if you want. For the people that be like, well, what do you do with them? Well, you do what you want. And once you buy it from me, I don't care what you do. So each one is on the back. They're journals. So these are all ledger papers. And y'all know that's what I did these ledger papers from the other night when I was hanging out with Di. That's why I use ledger paper for these flowers. Because I'm going to rip these up. Like, cut that out and rip it up. But I want it to have not a smooth edge. I want it to have, a ragged edge. So that I can they'll get put in here as well. These will be flowers that'll get immersed in there as well. So that's fun. Put that in the basket. Yeah, I'm not a fan of fussy cutting either. I wasn't until Bitty Penny explained how to use them big scissors, and I was just like, okay. And my hand didn't hurt afterwards either. So I was pretty doggone happy. I like the way this already has stitching in it, right? And so therefore, when I go to sew it, to stitch it together, I'm going to try to use these so that I can come through and the thread kind of go over. And I like the way, you know, back in the day, like they had the coffee. So if you had coffee, it looks, you spill something on there, it already has a little bit of grungy look on it. So these are the ones, they're just so fun. That is insane, using the big scissors. I'm scared of losing digits. That's the thing, my fingers wasn't, that, you know, it wasn't near it. Like, after she explained how to use it, I was like, oh. So, oh, I like this page. Pam, excuse me, let me see. Bitty Penny used hedge clippers. Okay, so yeah, Bitty Penny used those things that have the little thing. I use the Tim Holtz ones. So I use these, but the one she has that thing. It do look like my hedge clippers now that you think about it. But these right here, I've done pretty good. And they were brand spanking new. I bought them because Hobby Lobby had them on sale for $6. Y'all know how much these scissors cost. I wasn't leaving them, whether I used them or not. Pam, I'm going to have to look up in my thing because I'm not sure if these ledger papers, I know they're not my porch prints. I know they're not. Let's see. I can actually tell you. Where's the ledger papers? Look here. Beth is taking over my recents because of all of the things I've downloaded. They were right there. Vintage. Nope, that's not it. Apples, all the things. Oh, let me go before. Collage. Empty ledger. All right. I got them off of Etsy. I do know that. So it might be probably better if I go to my Etsy shop and just tell you that. Oh, I thought I had my Etsy up. Because I did some more papers. The other papers that I showed first, these came off of my porch prints. So they're two separate, but I know that I didn't get these other ones off of, let's see, purchases, and I love them. Fall treasures, vintage. Where are you? Like, you should be right here. Guess I did a lot. Blank, nope. Ledger. So they came from Junk Journal Art. These, the ledger papers, that's where these came from. And the honeybees also. So all of these right here, it's a whole, you get the whole thing. So the pages that I'm going to be showing, I'm almost certain came along. It's 236 pages. So I think these, let me look, hold on. Because, no, these are blue pages. I don't think those were, but the ledger pages came from there. So the ledger pages did come from there. Some of the ephemera that I did show you did come from the same shop. And the other one that I usually, the bees, I think they came from, I'm not going to have to think. I'm just going to show you. I'll just put the link because I'll just go back to my purchases. I'm not ready to review. Because this one I've had printed out for a while. Because when I figured out I wanted to make a bee journal, I just was like, oh, let's do that. Yeah, it's way before that. And my stamp, way before that. At least I know when I got it. Oh, so that's all in July. You know how I know? Because all this watercolor stuff is on there. My porch print also has, I get a lot of stuff from my porch print. And there's the other one. If you like bees, if you're like me and you love bees. Oh, that was a long one. And where's my porch print? The one that I showed first was my porch print. It is called the Faded Florals Junk Journal Pages. And I like my porch print because usually they give me coupons to come back and use. And they have everything to make a junk journal. So I think Julia was in here, and Julia, those will be some good links to print out some of the things that you want to start. So that way, if you're hanging out around here with me for September, when I start doing it, you'll know. I'll really try to put the pages that I use in the thing, or you get to go and shop for what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know, you want what you want. And I still have my very first design team project from Rock and Bell Crafts, and it's a bee journal. Ooh, that's nice. So that's the other thing that I was saying earlier, is that just like now I got people like Di that does pages and things. So Di, correct me. My understanding of what you do is, if I say I want some bees and some dogs, like you can do some bees and some dog pages. Is that what we're saying? Because that's what I'm like. I'm not thinking about bees and dogs together. I'm just like, want to have an understanding. But these pages right here are just, I think I got these from My Porch Prints. And there's another one that sounds like My Porch Prints that I looked up on. And I was just like, but I don't get all of my ephemera. The thing I like about My Porch Prints, they give me ephemera to, you know, do all these. But all these are the same. So this is a journal for the person that wants to journal. It's going to have more pages to journal in it. And then I'm going to have some fun stuff. You know, I'm going to create do what I do with my pages and all of that. Okay, great. Nice. Okay, I was hoping that was how that works. But these pages, look at that. Look at that. Aren't that yummy? And I am in love with pages. That's what I was telling Pam earlier, is my thing is, when I get a kit, I would print the whole kit out. And then, as you can see, everything that I'm going to put in the kit is already like here. I'm going to take these and immerse these in with these pages, right? I'll do a color scheme because I want to keep it. My mind just works like that. And then once I get everything kind of together, like I said, I showed you it's in the basket. Then I'll start putting the pages together. This one's a little thick because I glued them together because I was trying to use some pages. My manuscript, I came across them. I had printed it out and it was over like 300 pages. I'm like, I'm not going to throw these pages away. So in between here and some of the pages, like literally my manuscript is printed out. This one I didn't like so much. I like this one, but it doesn't go with my color scheme. So did I throw it to the wayside? No. I'm just going to take it, and this one's on cardstock. So this one will get, I don't know, stuck somewhere and done something with. So we'll still use it, but it didn't go with the color scheme. You see, this is blue. These are blue. So they have bees on them. So that's why we're still in the basket. But, you know, on my Epson, if you don't put what kind of paper it is and put the plain paper and best, if you don't put that in there, it'll print out like this. And I didn't like that. So, but I didn't get rid of it. I just flipped the page over and reprinted it. So we'll still use it. We'll still use it. The journal can be named Karen's Story. Not this one. This one's named Dawn. Because Beth said that journals need to have names. But this is going to be the front of one, because I already put a girl. So I cut this girl out of some other stuff that I have, and I glued her on there and then gessoed around her to make her feel more like she was printed on the page. And be you. So if you've seen my thumbnails for August, this is the thumbnail. This is where it came from. Maybe one that will speak to my story will be called Karen's Story, but none of these are speaking to me for my story. Nope, 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 nope. It's bee inspired. And all of these, oh well, we won't worry about it. I think it needs to be more that way. Close it over. But yeah, so that's the funness that these are coming up with. Okay, where's the one? It needs to be first. I do know that. Okay, that's what it is. So all of these are chapters. These are the front. So we're going to have 4 signatures. 1, 2, 3, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need to decide. And then we're going to have Mr. Rabbit, possibly. Okay. Now I have a question for you journal makers. You could fussy cut the flowers. Yeah, I could. Possibly. Possibly. But I got so much ephemera over here already. What is my air on? Because it seems a little nippy in here. I ain't got no more coffee. Oh yeah, let's put that on 70. Sheesh. So maybe. Oh, what my question was, because I said question I didn't ask you. How do y'all determine how many pages are going to be in your journal? Now this is the part, Julia, where people call it junk journaling. Because for me, sometimes I would go and get magazines, and it depends on if I'm going to sell it. So if I'm going to sell it, then I can't make the magazines be a focal point, because, you know, that's that copyright stuff. So that's why we mostly print out and get licensures from the people, you know, that tells us you can do it, but you can't sell it. You can't sell these prints. So I can't sell this file and send it to the person. Like if you want to share the file, you can share the file, but you can't sell the file. But they give you, you know, permission to make it, create it as make your own thing, make it like you want it, and then you can sell it, which is also why I use My Porch Prints. They give a licensure that comes, you know, with it, but it cannot be the file. You can't sell the file. So these right here, I will add the ledger papers wherever they are. So we would intertwine pages, like go like so, and put it in there, flip this one. So this will be a signature, and then I will stack maybe about 10 pages on top of this. That will be the signature for that one. Fold it over, and then I take my little thingy and close it up together. So that will be signature number 1. Move that one to the side, go on to the next one. Do the same thing. And this is also telling me what I want in here. Pull these out, put that under there, pages. Close it up. Again, I'm not folding it down right now because I want to make sure that it's on the fold where I want it, but I am collecting my pages. So I will put 10 pages in there, so I need to print out more pages. Or here's another thing I also do, which I'm not doing for this one because this one already looks vintagey. But sometimes if I have pages that are white, I will take some white paper like this that I've already had for something like this, right? I cut this up. So I took the cover off and I did something else with the cover. But these are nice pages, right? So these pages, excuse me, these pages won't do good. I can't keep the lines. So what I would do is just like rip the pages out because they're good pages, fold them in half, or take a whole bunch out, slap some paint on them, or run some tea bags over them to basically give them some color. So if I was going to put them in here, and you can see why I'm saying that because you can see the color, they would stand out. It'll be very, very, very light. This one might work for this one, but you still want to put a little tint to it. And so I would run a tea bag over it and, you know, not coffee dye. I don't do good with coffee dyeing, but tea, you know, run that tea bag over there and it kind of stains the paper and then let it dry. And then therefore you created some pages to go into your journal as well. So that's why I say by the time I finish, mine usually isn't full of junk. And we call them junk journals because usually you just pull out whatever is around you, whatever you have in the studio or in your craft space, and you throw it in the journal, and hence it got the name junk journal. Well, I kind of, like I told y'all earlier, I think mine are so pretty. I just like, I won't call it a junk journal. This is just ends up being too pretty sometimes. Like the one that Steph won from Di's channel the other night. That's just not a junk journal to me. That's just so pretty. It's a journal. So that's kind of just a walk down the rabbit hole of how that goes. Sent you a pic on Di in that Facebook. only you. You're the person that makes me go to Facebook. See, memories pop up when you want to throat punch somebody, but you're trying to get right with the Lord. Yeah, that's me. Oh my goodness, Di, you look at you. Now that one is beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love that. Oh, and I am going to have to add you as a friend because you were going somewhere else. Okay, so accept my friend request so you can start going where you need to be. Y'all, I got to show y'all this. Where is one of these devices I got? Everything was on a... Di, that is beautiful. Good morning. I see you looked into funding. Oh God, these, boy, I tell you, it used to be your cell phone was your safe place. Not no more. They send all kinds of foolishness on there. There we go. Where are you at? Where are you at? Boop. Boop. Isn't that cute? Let's see, can we turn it sideways? Yes. Look at. And that looks like Buster trying to see what the bees be doing. That is beautiful. Okay, Di. Let me know what we got to do a collaboration for that, because I love that. Pages, letter, lines, just that needs to be for the, oh, and I can see giving, like putting this on the doggies little thing, but you can't download from IG. Yeah, I know. It's fine. But, so is this one of the things you can send to my email? And then I can download it from my email? It's okay. I just go to Facebook for you. It's no worries. I just get stuck that and crawl down the rabbit hole. Isn't that cute? And it looks just like Buster. It looks like, well, no, it looks more like Sienna Grace. And that's what, because this one has a long nose. Buster's nose is a little shorter. But this one, well, y'all, we were talking about, y'all not interested in dogs. I won't even go down that rabbit hole. I will not. I will not. What I can do, and let me get out of this. Oh my. Oh Lord, oh yeah, see, that's why I don't go on Facebook. See, just download from Die and move on. Boom, that's it. Oh, my daughter is a vet tech. Yes. Oh, but that's so cute. So yes, I'm down for it. Let me close this thing up. I just saw some craziness, and I don't know why. It's craziness on Facebook. I think the freedom to do all things it's permission on Facebook. Are you charged up? Let's cut you off the Wi-Fi. And y'all know all the way they use AI and stuff, like now you don't know what is real and what isn't. So that's why I stopped going down some of these rabbit holes, because they just wasn't good for my health. Okay, let's put these away. So that is what we're going to do partially. Another way that I show you guys how I also take my art like so and incorporate it into my journals. And these will have to be, the only thing that's missing out of these now are pages. Pages, pages, pages. Now, Daphne's Diaries, I was creating with those. But if I create with Daphne's Diaries, I have to give them away. I can't sell them because y'all know, again, that copyright thing. So, there we are. So, this is our basket. This is our project for the upcoming. All the ephemera is already cut. Everything, pockets, tags that we're going to make is already in the basket. So this one is ready for our September. We're going to start in August because the basket, it already has been talking to me. And y'all know that's when I know I'm really, really, really going to create some yumminess, when it starts talking to me. All right, get over here. Get in there. I was looking for you yesterday. I didn't know you were over here. Okay, it's good to know. Found you. All right. So y'all, when I'm in my studio, this is literally how my brain works. I need to cut these pages because this is a mini journal. It's mini. Mini, where are the pages? Yeah, here we go. Not these. This is, you fold it over. I got this from My Porch Prints. You fold it over and glue it to itself. So it's really, really a mini. And mini like this one. So doing junk journaling or making journalings or book binding, that is kind of when I'm in, it's still in a, not so much in a grief funk, but it's, I want to sit still, and I really, want my mind to be in on one thing, and I'm going to sit maybe and watch a movie, and I'll give myself a time. The movie, I guess, is my time. When the movie's over, I'm not going to go from one movie to another movie to another movie. When that movie is over, and I'm going to look at a movie that's more than like an hour and a half long, and I'll create this, and this got created in one sitting. Because Let me tell you the easy part. Because I did the template and everything, this came from my porch print. All of the things, pockets and all of it. I stitched my lace. I think I glued my lace. Yeah, this got glued on. I thought about it at the end, stitching it. But all the pages were already done, so I didn't have to do anything but print it out. So when I print it out and put it in my little basket, what happens? All I have to do is take my basket and my thread and everything and go and sit either in the living room and watch TV or in here and watch TV. And I did this wrong. So it kind of hangs out wrong. I did it the wrong way. Well, no, I did it the right way, but I put the thing on wrong. That was in the beginning when I was trying to do dangles and have something to hang. Because a friend of mine did sold jewelry. What's that $5 jewelry? And she had, stuff that had broke or whatever, and she was going to throw it away. And y'all know me. Don't throw that away. I can use that on my journals. So I had a whole bunch that I have now since gotten rid of half of it because I wasn't cranking out journals fast enough. Nor was I a pro at putting them on. And nor did it make me 100% happy in the process. I do like for them to dangle, but now that I've been watching you guys like put stuff on, I can do it better. But this one was done probably like 4 years ago. And it was my first one, and I kept it. So I've sold 3 of the other ones that have a butterfly kind of that's active. It goes up and it sits on a humper, and it's a little bit more 3D-ish on the cover. But I kept the first one because I felt like I wanted to. But got pockets, pages, and maybe I might gift it. I don't know. But see all the yumminess and see the stitching in the middle. I stitched it all. I double stitched this one because I didn't want it to go. I probably can go back and redo this one and do it so much better because my pages were all wonky. Excuse me. Yeah, so this one, I love these pages. I probably will find this kit. Yeah, and print it out and do it again. Yep. And sew it. I probably would stitch more on it. And this one has 4 signatures. It came with the spine. It came with everything that you needed. There was nothing that I had to go and look for. And that is what I love most about when you buy the kits. I just wasn't good at, well, I'm going to say it this way. I didn't feel confident in looking for pages and doing all the things. I wanted them to be, this was in my pretty stage, right? Hey, Jenny Day, how are you? Listen, I'm just over here hanging out. I'm happy you got to come and hang out live too. But now I know that it's not all about that, right? So, you get to create how you want to with no one needing to give you permission to do it. You get to do it how you want to do it on your own terms. Plug this device up. So I'll be trying to figure out what happened. Beth! How are you, Beth? I have to see the Happy Place Crafting. So I think I'm going to print this. I'm going to find this one again and print it out along with, and we're going to do mini palettes. We're going to calling it mini palette. That's what we're calling it. Because this one's a mini one too. And I'm going to cut it down. And these are what I'm saying. You get all the stuff just like this. Here are the pages. And if you want more pages, you just print more pages, right? And look, you fold that over. And you have the front and the left, the right, and the pages. Yeah. See, right there. And then fold that one over. You can do a whole production line. Because when you print it out, it's already lined up. So like I can just go and cut around that, and then you glue it You just glue these pages because there's nothing on the inside, and you glue them together, and then there you are. You already have everything that you need. So that is one of the things that I like about my porch prints. And dye, you can create something like this, because if you can, then we can go on and make it happen, Captain. I'm here for it. I'm so glad you are on when I can watch. Oh, 3 to 6 isn't a good time for, well, 3 to 3, yeah. I'm happy. See, it's, tell Dawn thank you, because Dawn was in my head. Just go live, Karen, from the other day. Now, what I'm going to do is, I got, like I said, some other things that I can do through Ecamm that I am going to do so that I can have a roving camera. Because right now I use my desktop laptop. Ecamm is only for Mac users. So if you know Mac user, then don't worry about Ecamm. Stay with Restream or StreamYard, because Ecamm is only for Mac users. Okay, so let me put these. LOL, I was telling my shrink about it. She was like, creepy old man with good intentions. Wait a minute, what did I miss? Back at your bed. Theme for saving me from being abducted this morning. What? Who's abducting y'all? Lord, what did I miss? These came from, I used to be on Etched by Faith team when I used to do Bible journaling. And I haven't done Bible journaling in a long, long time. Yeah, right, Di? Wait, what? Who's been abducted? Wait, what are we doing? This one, I wish I could push the button so you could talk and tell. Excuse me, tell. Okay, this is the last journal. This one is also, Dawn has a stalker? Oh my. How does Will feel about that? Does he know about this stalker? And where is this stalker at? Is it at your house, online? Give us all the deets. So this is not a collaboration. This is a custom order that I'm doing for someone, and it's going to have 5 signatures. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 signatures. I walked to the river this morning. This old man in a minivan kept driving back and forth, stopping. Oh my! No. We can't be. No. What was, look. I'm waiting for the rest. I'm going to wait. Yeah, that's creepy. Was it a white van? Because they say we don't, you got to stay away from white vans. Hey, this is, this is how rumors start. Like you just out on a walk, just exercising, doing your thing, and somebody just driving by. Okay. These need to stay together. Put them back in their basket. And that is how I do. It was silver. Close enough. Close enough. And then oh, Beth, you missed my fussy cutting. I showed all my fussy cutting that I did. But this is my other fussy cutting box that I sat down and did a whole bunch of fussy cutting. All of these, I cut all these out because I'm going to put some tags in one of my other things. So we have to poke some holes. And yeah, so we just threw them in there. And this is that. All my little stuff. Fussy cut that girl. Look, I cut around her. Cut her out. This is the kind of stuff I wasn't doing. Did this. Yeah. And so some things will always, but I will not do a whole bunch. That's it. If it can't fit in here, then it's not going to be getting done. We're not doing a whole bunch. So that's that. But we get to have fun. Oh, I didn't run, Diane. I froze up. Let's see. What did she say? Yep. He says he thought I was going to jump. Oh, are you on a bridge or something? I'm gonna wait. Let the chat catch up, or let my chat catch up. That would have scared me crapless. Beth, these are some of my dear prompts that I need to put in. I created them and then I just didn't put them in. There's my pocket. And then there's a tag and cluster, a frame, and something else. I can't remember what else that one was. I think maybe ribbon, because since there's ribbon on there. They need to go in the book. That is very, very creepy. Yes, it was creepy, Barbara. He stopped in my driveway twice, but I didn't want to walk into my drive because then he'd know where I live. Dawn, do you walk with pepper spray? Girl. I'm going to wait for the end because, like, did he just leave or go away? Because that's what he needed to have done. He just needed to have gone away. Okay, so when I'm here in the studio, if y'all wasn't here, let's just say if y'all wasn't here, I'd have my movie on or my music. I would be videoing something, possibly. She was walking with me. So y'all were on the phone? I had Beth. She saw his face. Okay, cool. The good thing around here, that's another good thing about having all this property. I don't have to go nowhere. But when we lived in Colorado, I used to go walking on the trails. But I had Rottweilers with me. I am home alone for the first time in eons. Everybody's out of the house. That's my life. So welcome to my world, Beth. Dawn, I'm happy that everything's okay. Now, did he just leave? Did he say anything? She was helping me not lose my mind. So Jenny Day, when I lived in Colorado, I only had two righties. I only had Lauren and Boaz. And but I would go walking, and that was when Lauren was extra, 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 extra friendly. So people would come up like on the trail, in Colorado. I lived in Colorado Springs, and man, I had to get out every morning. Where I lived, like I'd wake up and look out at Pikes Peak. And then when they built a subdivision behind I could still see it from my room, but on the second level, you could see it because Pikes Peak is huge. So you still could see it, but it still would just make me, I would like, I gotta go walk. And the air, oh my God, the air, the mountain air, in Colorado, up in Breckenridge, it's the Great Divide. It's where it's divided. And the air is so thin, but it's so crisp and so, I'm already taking a deep breath when I go October. So when I'm in Colorado in October, my lives will be live from Colorado. I will be alive there a lot. And I enjoy walking. So Lauren we'd be on the trail walking, right? And because Lauren was extra friendly, people will be like, "Oh, can I pet her?" And as they're talking, they're like, "Oh, can I pet her?" And their hand is already on her head or in front of her mouth. And then they ask, "Well, did she bite?" I mean, it's a fine time to ask. Your hand is on her head already. I'd be like, "Well, she got teeth." But now I don't know if she's so finicky now, but she's like an old lady in dog years. So she don't want to deal with a whole lot of people. So let me go. Yes, he drove off after asking me if I was okay. Okay, so he was watching you because he thought you were going to hurt yourself or something like that. Okay. Back in the day, I never had to worry about that crap. The strange part is I was thinking about creepers. Then he appeared. See, the mind is a wonderful thing. See, sometimes it can be a dangerous place. So, Dawn, this is what we're going to think about. We're going to start thinking about seeing nice animals or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, people are just not. Some people are just not. Yeah. Yes. Dawn, I mean, Barb, where did you live in Colorado? Didn't you live in Durango? I can't remember. So, but now Buster is like that. So Buster got people training. I call it people training because we took Buster to Lowe's, anywhere I could take a dog inside. Lowe's, Hobby Lobby. I didn't take him to PetSmart because I don't know. I don't know. But we would take the puppies. We wouldn't let them get down on the ground. Because I don't know. You know, I know what I do for my dogs. I take care of extra precautions and don't want my dogs to get things and all of that. But Lowe's, we'd go to Lowe's and they would have people like Kenna, and I'd be like, you know, I'd have this trainer thing on him and be like, no, he's being acclimated to his commands and not running and jumping at people, because you know people see him as a puppy. Buster was still huge, right? And so he would still, people still wanted to pet him, but I wanted him to learn not to jump on people. So that's what we do. We call it socialization and take him to, what's her name? What's that? Willow. Willow can't do socialization because she hadn't had all her shots. She can't do socialization till she get all of her shots. So parvo shots, all of that. And you know, with Rotties, parvo is number one killer in Rotties is parvo. So our dogs don't go, and we have a spray and all the things that we spray. Right now, if people would come, they can't play with Willow because Willow hasn't had her shots. Now, Willow can be around my other dogs because they've all had their shots. But Willow is not leaving the ranch to go. It's not time for socialization. I do socialization probably a month after they've gotten their shots. Hi, Casey. How are you? Stopping in on my lunch. Any good? What's good? What's good at Hobby Lobby today? Give me a reason to jump in the car because it's Monday. I don't know what the sale is. I think Mastercraft is on sale this week. I'll be trying to keep up. Not that I need to. So, Brandy didn't get any socialization, so that's why Brandy, I would not. She's gotten more in her older, but when she was younger, we just let her go on the ranch, which was not a good thing. So I learned. You learn things. So I'm going to pull out some paint. Y'all know, in August, we're going down. I'm going to do that. If I ever get another puppy, I started out with mine when she was little, but she was petrified of people. She still doesn't like them. Yeah, that's what it is. You have to have them, I call it socialization training. And you go out so they can be social. Now, too much, you don't want them to be too much. You got to train them in spurts. We will do an hour in Lowe's. And I know most of the people in Lowe's, you can tell those who like dogs and those who didn't. And then the next time he would go into, actually it's on my YouTube channel. The next time he would go into Lowe's or, he actually went in Hobby Lobby too, but he was small enough to fit in my bag. But when Home Depot, then we went in there. People would be like, can I pet him? I would have a different collar on him. And I would be like, wait a minute. First, you have to tell him to sit. And then when he sits, then you can pat him on his head. If he holds his head up, you can't pat him. I was teaching Buster how not to be like so aggressive. And so he is great. So he is my great. And people are like, do you train dogs? No, I train my dogs. So Buster is very good. Even now for me. Hi, Frida. How are you? The gang's definitely all here. We got We got all kinds of folk in here today. So Lauren, we don't take her out. She already knows. She goes to the groomer because I don't even do her nails anymore because she growled when I went to co-ed her, and I was just like, oh, so you're telling me either you're ready to leave the ranch or are you ready to go to the groomer? So I told my husband, Tammy, the volume is way down. Oh, Tammy, you, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Y'all know I count it not robbery that you decide to come into my live and hang out and talk in the chat. I do appreciate it. And listen to all these stories. We're happy that Di is okay after her slip and fall. And we're happy that Dawn is safe after her creepy guy wanted to make sure she's okay, but still. Okay, I have to go check out fabric. Oh, wait. Okay, LOL. Yes, Master's Touch is on sale this week. And, oh, fabric. As the other departments, I'm not sure. Fabric. So, Casey, this is what I want to ask. Hobby Lobby don't sell Tim Holtz fabric. I had got some fabric, and I've been trying to find this fabric or some like it. This is Tim Holtz fabric that I've made 2 books out of. Art journals. And I wanted to know, I don't know where I haven't found it. I've been trying. It's kind of hard to, I can go back to where I got it, but that's way in Tampa. And so, yeah. Yeah, so that's that. But I wasn't sure. And unfortunately, the lady that works at my Hobby Lobby in the fabric department, she's not very friendly. And so I don't talk to her. Didn't Hobby Lobby do away with all Tim Holtz? No, they still sell some. They have a slither of Tim Holtz. Not a lot, but I didn't know if they sold Tim Holtz. Tim Holtz only sells through local shops, not big stores. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back to where I bought this. I'll have to get her on the phone and send her a picture or something. Or just go to Tampa. I mean, hey, why not? But this one I love. It made such a, I sold 3 journals, 2 art journals and 1 regular journal with this one. So I'm going to have to get some more. Yeah, I don't even go in Hobby Lobby to buy Tim Holtz anymore until it's on sale. And I showed y'all all that Tim Holtz that I got in my little crate that I decluttered. And I'm just like, we're not doing it anymore. Okay, so let's go, because let's move on. We did a lot already this morning. Ooh, y'all making me see. This is another thing. Now I see. Karen tries Simon Says stamps. For the Tim Holtz, I think I saw some fabric on there. I didn't like the price. Didn't like the price. This one, I got 2 yards of this. And I didn't spend an arm and a leg, and they didn't ask me for my firstborn that I no longer have. And this was 2 years ago. I got it when it was new. So I'm going to call her because she sells a lot of Tim Holtz. She sells a lot of other, but like Casey said, she's a fabric store / because I was there for Dina Wakely's craft. Yes, Tim Holtz, they are pricey. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to talk about some, what do you call it? What's that stuff called? Gouache. We talked in my live yesterday where I was talking about artist gouache and acrylic gouache. And today or tomorrow, I'm not sure, I'm going to have some acrylic gouache coming because I've gone down the gouache rabbit hole. I don't consider Hobby Lobby a big box store like Walmart. Hobby Lobby in its genre, I think is, yeah, because I mean, there's a Hobby Lobby in Troy, there's a Hobby Lobby in Dothan, there's Hobby Lobbies everywhere now where I am. My phone shows Tim Fat Quarters at Walmart. See, and they're fat quarters. I don't want fat quarters. That's the other thing. I want like 2 yards. So I think that's what I saw online at Simon Says was the quarters. I don't want quarters. Because you got to think when they're selling them like that, they're selling them to go in like you know, journals. Like I could cut it and put it in my journals. But you're saying Walmart? Yeah. So, but I'm going down. We're marrying. We are going to be married. My watercolors and my gouache. Because I did a gouache live conference Saturday, and what I saw just made my heart just melt like Mr. McCoy does. And so when y'all, so I did this. Di, when was I on your channel the other day? Friday, Thursday? Okay, I'm not sure. I can't remember. But this is days old. And then I pulled it out yesterday and I put the blue because the color for yesterday's live was blue. And so we put down blue flowers in here. So this is going to be a work in progress. But what I wanted to show you was that the layers are still like popping out. Let's move this because that's watercolor. That's watercolor. Let's move that way over there. Di, you just keep handing me material to tease you about. Juanette sells Tim Holtz fabric on her website. Oh, really? Oh, Jeannie Day. Oh, what is gouache? So gouache is, let's leave these beauties here. Gouache is, okay, artist gouache is like watercolor. They perform the same. Acrylic gouache does not perform. It's like glass. It's like tempered glass. It's like showered glass. This is it. Well, depending on if you got see-through glass. I have see-through glass in my shower, so that wasn't a good one for me. But then I realized on my shower glass, there's a slither. Oh, yeah, that was Sunday. There was a slither that, like, you can see through it, but you can't see through it. So I like it this way. Think of church glass, stained glass. You can see through it, but you can't see through it. That's kind of it. So gouache is just another form of paint. That's it. Now, Jenny Day, do you do, what's your medium? What's your jam? Is it art? Is it junk journals? Is it, do you slap paint on paper? What is it? Karen, check your local I don't have none. I did that, yeah, Dawn. You would think here in Alabama that I would have a quilting shop, right? You would think. But again, I think places like Joann's, when Joann's was around, I think those places kind of cut people, maybe close them down. I think the closest one I have is in Dothan. That's like about 45 minutes away. Ashley, how are you? How is our moving? Frosted. Yes, frosted glass. That's what I was trying to say. Frosted glass. So let's look at this. You know what? I'm gonna get my fabric. We're gonna get it. It's gonna be okay. So when you look at this piece right here, I didn't start out with watercolor on this one. Neither one of these. That's why I can't use these. This is all gouache. Gouache on top of gouache. That's the thing. Gouache, you can load up gouache. A little bit of all of them. Okay, Jenny Day. So that way when I use the language, I want to be able to use my language in, you know, as a, like somebody that I'm trying to learn how to talk about gouache as though nobody knows about gouache, like nothing. I'm 4 hours away from being at my new home. Oh, I'm so excited. Y'all, Ashley's finna be my neighbor. Like 3 hours, but still close. It's closer than 10 hours. So, and she has up in her area, she has art stores up in her area. Casey, when Michael was talking about the mushrooms, Ashley was the one I was talking about, my friend that likes the mushrooms, that has me outside taking pictures of mushrooms. Yeah. Okay, so we have designer gouache. I have Winsor and Newton. Only difference is these two are two different brands. Artist Gouache by Utrecth, which is American based out of Hey Barb or Dawn, can y'all that shop that Casey put up? Can y'all get that and put that link in the chat for me, please? That way I'll have it. But we're gonna build on top of this one and these. These are all watercolors. They're already done. And we have our yumminess. Our yummy. So Ashley, I'm not gonna, are you stopping on a break? I don't want to ask you questions and you're driving, because we don't want to have to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to layer. I'm going to show you how I layer. We're going to play. We're just going to play with gouache. That's what we're doing. That is all I'm going to do. Let's close that. Finally, that took forever to post in the chat. Yes, we want all the things. And so I've been watching the replay for Gouache Live that I did with Plein Air, and I learned a lot. I learned an awful lot. And so being that I learned, I want y'all to learn if you want. I call it Gouache for Beginners. Now, I'm on the road listening in while I have a good signal. Okay, awesome. Thank you for joining. Look, appreciate it, appreciate it. Okay, so where is it? Where is it? Okay. Jenny Day asked the question, and it was the question that I asked very first when somebody said something to me about gouache, and they were doing something and wherever it was. And I was just like, well, what is gouache? Same thing like Jenny Day just said. What is gouache? And so gouache, which is spelled, you saw the spelling, Gouache, but it's pronounced gouache. So it's like a G with a wash, gouache, right? Had to get that together because I was just like, what in the world? It just didn't, you don't even want to know how I was, you don't want to know. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna click on that and get that so I can have that pop up on my thing so I can have it. Gouache is a water-based paint, much like watercolor, with a lot of pigment. When I tell you there's nothing but pigment they don't have white. Holbein doesn't mix theirs with white. I'm in the airport right now picking up my son's girlfriend. Oh, did she come from Texas? Okay, tell her I said hey. But this is a tube full of pigment. So it's made up. So what it's made of, it's pigment, water, and a binder. And usually it's like, depending on the brand, and I think this one, Winsor & Newton, has gum Arabic. The other one, let's see, Holbein has something totally different. So that's why I'm going down the Holbein rabbit hole of, is it the same? Is it not? Okay, because I don't need to, like I have all of my watercolors in all brands that I want to try. From what I'm learning is with gouache, it's pretty much all the same based on what is in it. It's either going to be Arabic, gum Arabic, honey, doesn't have honey in it. Or if it's acrylic gouache, it's going to have polymer in it. Polymer tells you that it's not re-wetting. That's, what is it? Acrylic gouache. Acrylic gouache performs pretty much like acrylics. But I wanted artist gouache. The bouginess in me was thinking that it was all about student grade and artist grade. Not so. Has nothing to do with that. What it has to do with is acrylic gouache versus artist gouache is basically what's in it. Acrylic gouache is going to perform like acrylic. Artist gouache is going to perform like watercolor. It's a water-based paint. You can wake it up. So just like these right here, I can wake it back up These right here are in my palette. We're going to wake them back up because this, why? This is artist gouache. Artist. Artist gouache performs like water-based, like watercolors. So you can wake it up. So we're going to spray it. That's probably enough. Probably too much. And I'm going to use these, but I want to use this one because this is a watercolor. All this is watercolor. Nothing else is on it. It's watercolor only. So I think I'm going to have to, I don't have a whole lot of blue. And you need to pay attention to your brushes because you want your brushes to be a little bit thicker than your watercolor brushes. You want your, to use gouache, you want them to be more firmer, just a little bit more firmer because you don't need them to have a whole lot of water. Like the difference in these two brushes right here, see how flimsy that is? You want them to be a little stiffer because we don't need a lot of water. The only place you need water pretty much for gouache is in the palette, whatever your palette is. Now I think I'm gonna have to use a little bit more blue because I used all my blue yesterday. And so I decided to pop on here and do this on live because normally I was going to be in here anyway. Monday and Wednesdays is my time. Monday, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time for me to go live. And so today I was just like, what did I do with my water? Oh, it's right there. I was like, well, I'm sitting in here. Why not? Why not just pop on here? You wet your brush, damp off the excess water because you don't need it. Come over here, pick up some pigment. Pick it up, rub it around, wake it up, do its thing. Don't matter if it's going to immerse into other colors. Don't matter, okay? Now, I'm going to do more layering. See, right, this is transparent. Watercolor is transparent. Gouache is opaque, right? This is transparent. I had to make sure I got this so that I can make sure you get this. Acrylic dries permanently. There's no, it can't be reactivated with water. Gouache is like watercolor. It can be re-wet, lifted and blended even after it dries, right? So what that tells me is this is watercolor. So when I go and take this and put this brush to here, what do you think possibly can happen? I could wake this up and it could lift. And because I'm using artist gouache, it definitely can do the same thing. Now, if I had acrylic gouache, I wouldn't have to worry about that, right? Because it's not going to do it. So we're playing around because this is why I want to see what's going to happen. Now, I'm just going to slap this down. What right there already you see is the opacity, the transparency, not the opacity. The transparency is gone. The transparency is gone. Where you could see, you can't no more. That's what I love about when I saw this done. I was just like, oh my goodness, I'm getting ready to be a layering fool. That's going to be pretty. And it kind of makes your flower choose a position. Once this dries, it could be maybe, this looks more like, think about the flower being in your hand. That's the top part, and it's being in your hand. And this part over here is more of this side. You gotta think about the flower. I had my book, but this right here is my rose book. So think about the flower, right? Let's see if we got one that's kind of like what I just did. These are peonies, or peonies. Beth and Dawn, they call them peonies. I call them peonies. Tomato, tomato. Oh yeah, look at this. Okay, that's a good one. So kind of look at how this one is right here. You see how that flower opens up? or how these are. Then you take this one, and when you put gouache onto watercolor, it kind of does it that way, and that one, it kind of gives it a little bit of layer that makes it look like the petals are kind of going this way, but the flower is straight up. You guys see that? All right, Casey, have a great day. Thank you for stopping in and giving me a little airtime. I do appreciate you. Tell Mike I say, hey, what's up? Bleep, bleep, bleep. Don't work too hard. Don't let them crafters drive you to drinking. I think it's a southern thing, because everybody around here, down here, says peony. Peony. And we also are not used to peonies down here either in the South, because it takes so much time. It takes a whole lot. You have to get a hybrid, and I didn't want a hybrid. But in Colorado, my peonies were beautiful. I kind of, when I go back, I want to go to the house and see if, they were still in the yard. Okay, let's do this one kind of, let's just drop it down there. Just boop, boop, kind of right there, boop. And then kind of boop, boop. We're just adding a little pigment in there. Just streaking it down. And leaving the tips so it kind of looks like that one's folding down. Watercolor, that would take so much work for watercolor. Like, I can drop it down, but then I would have to go back. And the thing about it is, wet on dry, it's still gonna ignite it again and wake it up. I want this. This is exactly what I've been wanting. So marrying my watercolor and my gouache, amazing. Amazing. Okay, guys, I'm finna use my sign for the first time, cause I got to. Oh, where'd I, girl? Oh. Hold on. Check that out while it dries. And we get to use our sign for the first time. For the first time. For real, for real. And thank you, Di. Be right back. Coffee needs warming up and something else gotta check on. Don't you hate when you take all the coffee and there's no more? When can I get a mushroom tutorial? A mushroom tutorial? Isn't that a lovely sign? This beautiful lady that I know that lives a whole time zone away, like a whole day away. Because today is, what's today? Tuesday. So it's Wednesday for her. Her name is Di, and the Messy Palette. She lives in Australia, and she dropped this in there. Ashley, a mushroom tutorial. Well, what are we doing? Are we painting mushrooms? I think there's, and I put it in a frame. It had to go in a frame. It had to. Just the printing it out on a piece of paper wasn't good enough. I had to put that puppy in a frame. And that gave me time. I went to pour some coffee, y'all, and I took the last little bit. I couldn't be mad at nobody but myself. and couldn't. I just really couldn't. Couldn't be mad at nobody but myself. Now, but that also gave this time to dry. And I needed to let that check on the puppy. Because she's over in the right there. Look, Barb, that's why I want to make sure if that's what she's talking about, because we can invite Barb up, and Barb can, let me see if I can find that mushroom. I think you texted to me. And who was on here yesterday when we were trying to figure out that recipe? That's it. For those that wasn't on here, that's the dish. And I had them going crazy trying to like all the things, and I was just like, I don't know the name of it. So I finally just asked the young lady, just what's the name of that? Okay, the mushrooms were right above that. God, girl, we do a lot of texting. There's the mushrooms that Barb did with the acrylic. Barb, I think you're going to love gouache because of how detailed you get with your things, like especially down here. You're gonna love gouache. Like, and you're gonna love the what do you call it? Acrylic gouache. Acrylic gouache performs like acrylic. So I think you're gonna like it. But that's Barb's handiwork right there, mushrooms. So Usher, you have to let me know. That recipe is made with beef ribs. I would need to I would need a GoFundMe to buy those. Okay, so Di, here's the thing. So that's what we had at the retreat that I went to. She did do it like that, right? But she also said you don't put the beef in there. You can put chicken in it. So you can do your own thing. I want to learn how to play around with the different shades of brown so it doesn't look so plain. Oh, yeah, that's a Barb. We'll have Barb come on here and we'll do a play date with Barb so she can definitely tell you how to do that. Because Barb, you just saw, she paints with all the things. Excuse me. Yeah, I was trying to get my coffee again because my sugar is gone back down. Not that I'm complaining, it's still good, but when your body is healing, a shipment from order, that was another thing. I was just like, nope, that didn't come. She's scratching on the door. She wants to come in. No, you're not coming in. Okay, she hears me talking. Oh, no, you want beef. Oh, got you. Okay. Well, hey, you got some printer money. I would love, I did, oh, as a matter of fact, I need to get, but I did stew beef. And I cut the stew beef up. That was the version, yeah. But beef ribs they're just expensive now. Yeah, beef ribs are a little spicy. I'm not going to even say that I can do that. So, okay, so the other thing I want to show you, well, another thing I like about gouache that I'm loving about the gouache, the artist gouache. Hey, Bernadette, I can't speak to the acrylic gouache. Well, I can. I kind of use a Hemi. Oh, it's right here in my face, duh. And the other thing too, guys, you don't have to use watercolor paper when using gouache. So that was another thing that they were talking about, is because you're not slapping a whole lot of water on this page, you don't have to use a whole lot of, you don't have to use watercolor paper. How's your Tuesday going so far? I'm here in the studio. It's going amazing. Slapping paint on paper, creating joy. So this is Hemi, this brand. I got it off of Amazon. And I'm almost 100% certain that it is, I could use brisket and just add it later. Yes, you can. Yeah, now brisket, yes, yes. And oh my God, you're going to love it. It is so, 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 so good. I'm not going to even start talking about food again. And then yesterday when I went to the Chinese restaurant, they didn't have it because it was Monday. And I was just like, oh, it's more of a Thursday, Friday, weekend meal. You know, it's just not an everyday meal. So, let's see, because I have a, where's my test paper at? Oh my goodness, I just had it. There's one of my avalanche just filled. So this is my test paper that I did yesterday. Watercolor and gouache on top. Look how it sits there. So I'm wanting to do, let's pick a color. Oh, let's do brown. I just want to wake it up, wake up. See, you don't need a whole lot of water. And you can use mixed media paper. I showed y'all yesterday. Okay, so this here is acrylic gouache. You know how I know? You know how I know? I'm going to keep that brush loaded up. And then I'm going to go in with blue, because we got some blue over here. Little water. You don't want a lot of water, but you want a good, over in the palette, you want a good little bit of water. Yep. You see the difference. Okay. The artist gouache is no transparent. The acrylic gouache, no transparent. Got to keep it right. Acrylic gouache, no transparent. The artist gouache, you can see the transparency. Let me make sure. Let me use one of my tools. Why is that thing not pop down when I want it to? Yeah, you can see it. So you can see the paper up under there. With this one, let's go back over here and go into it. You got to get a good little bit on there. And swoop it down. Right? Ooh, maybe that's too much light. Oh no, there we go. Okay, there we go. Ooh, that was looking a little crazy. Looks a little hazy. But that's the difference. And it also, you can wake it up and keep going to make it look more, perform more like watercolor. Artist gouache, artist gouache, artist gouache. Not so much with our acrylic gouache. And I'm using this Hemi because that's the only thing close that I have in my studio that's acrylic gouache. Everything else that I bought is artist gouache. Because again, remember I told y'all I was trying to be bougie. I thought it was the better. It was just how it performs. And what color? Brown. The more water you put on there, the darker it's going to get. So let's put a little bit more water in between the two. Ooh, Ooh, that's screaming for another color. Let's see. She was talking about adding. See, she got mushrooms on the brain. That's probably why I picked brown. See, Dawn? That's why you was thinking about that, thinking about something this morning that popped up. But, oh yeah, before we do that, it's 2:45 a.m. here, and I want Korean beef. Darn it. I need to go back to sleep. Die. You do need to go back to sleep. Did you have to take a muscle relaxer? The mailman ran. I think he brought me some mail. Well, some yumminess. Okay, so see here, we had to layer it. Like, you put more water with it. Yep, I have had some ibuprofen. So going now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we want you to be well. But watch this. So see how we put this on top of it? And see how it sits? And I just mixed that brown with some white. That's all. And you can mix it up for fun. Now we're going to take this and go over this one. See how it sits on top of it? So the artist gouache sits on top of the acrylic gouache. That's why I feel like Barb is gonna love playing around with the artist gouache and the acrylic gouache together, because of the way she likes to paint. Yep, maybe you'll dream of eating some, Di. Yeah, there you go, Di. You'll dream of eating some beef, some Korean beef. So that's how that is, and that's why I wanted to play around with it. And it's not gonna, I don't care what else I do, it's gonna sit there, because that's just what it does. And think about artist gouache like watercolor. When you think watercolor, think artist gouache. That's the best way to think about it. Okay, let's go back over here to our thing. So now that I've done that over there, that answered my question about, do I want to do what I was finna do? And we're just going to use this up because we already have it on our brush, because we don't waste. Kind of look like it's just popping in there. Boop 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 boop. There. I had a dream I was eating marshmallows. I woke up and my pillow was gone. Dawn. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Now that's funny. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get another brush. Okay. This one might be stiff enough. It might be. I can tell when I go to pick it up. So what's everybody doing today? Beth, you're home alone. Are you streaking around? Cooking dinner, hanging out. What are you doing? Crafting. Let's get this color. Let's lighten it up a little. Beth, I know you didn't eat that pillow for real, but that's funny. Oh, this is so fun. And the other thing, with watercolors, you can't go from dark to light. Gouache, you can go from dark to light. Did I say that right? Yeah, watercolor can't go. I'm going to an art class tonight. Oh yeah, tonight is the clay and seashell paint palettes. That sounds like that's going to be fun. I love. Y'all know I love a good palette. I love it. I have some clay, but when I did the things, went down the rabbit hole for the clay. Let me show you, you guys. Thanks for the insight into gouache, Karen. Time for supper and movie night with my son. You're welcome, Frida, and thank you for joining all the way from Germany. Now I know I got somebody else that I can contact when I come back to Bamberg, Frankfurt area. Where'd it go? Oh God, where did I put it? See what happens when you clean your studio up? I know where it was, but I guess I didn't put it back there. Well, go with you, Sergeant Carter. Well, dude. Well, I can't show it to you. I don't know where I put it. I gotta think about it. You see? I'm quite sure it's looking at me right in my face. Where did I move that box to? So, let me give you a disclaimer. When you're cleaning your studio and you're doing all the great and wonderful things, and then you forget where you put something, but when it was cluttered, you knew where to go. Like I knew where to go for it. I don't know what I did with it, but it's clay that I bought from Hobby Lobby. I don't know what I did with that clay. I probably moved it somewhere so I call myself can see it. It's probably looking at me right now, but I don't know where it is. Oh well, no worries. No worries, no worries, no worries. But I had bought it because I wanted to make me a palette. I wanted to make a palette like the one that I got, like this one. And I wanted to kind of, do my own thing. And I bought the clay because this looks like the clay. And of course it has, if you want it to look like the shine, the shimmer or whatever, they said you have to fire it. And I was like, okay, no worries. Somebody had said, put it in the oven. It's like, for real? So I pulled it out when I was cleaning because it was under the stairs, and I pulled it out, calling myself putting it somewhere that I will know to start using it. And I guess I hit it. Oh, there it is. It's in with the resin. I also bought that resin. What's her name? Tracy. Tracy inspired me to buy that resin. And I used it once. But this is it. So it's air dry clay. I got it from Hobby Lobby. And it says it's natural clay. Model or sculpt, roll slabs, wheel throw, treat it to ensure freshness, add water to dry pieces to soften. So it seemed like it had all the things that I needed, right? My shrink asked me what I was doing. I said, iron cereal box. Cereal bags? The men with the white coats will be here shortly. Oh my God. I should be outside too, but I'm trying to catch up on my prompts today. Yeah, I need to put mine in the books. But yeah, so it's air dry. This is the brand. But then when I went down the rabbit hole for the brand, people said it would chip. Like it didn't have, good standing. So it kind of deterred me from doing it. Let's leave that out. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't. You don't know. I'm not gonna stress over it. You're on day 20. Oh, ooh. But Dawn, in your defense, you've been cleaning, so kinda. And I know you'll catch up. You'll get it. Okay, see how this is, look how this is drying. Y'all can, it's so pretty. So now I'm gonna come back. Remember I say you can't, watercolor, you can't do dark. You can't do light over dark. So I'm gonna go back in with a sheer, I probably need to wait till it dry some more. But we're gonna see, because that's all I'm doing is testing it out so I can say how it performs for me. Beth, we put pressure on ourselves. And it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying it. Okay. That's going to be that. When that dries, then we'll go over it with some white. Excuse me. Let that mix up in there a little bit. Wake it up. So see the dark, Just kind of squiggle it, put it, boop, just drop it down a little bit and leave it. It's supposed to be fun even if you do one a month. One a month. Yeah, no, I've put pressure on myself. You already know I'm ready for next month. So I need to finish this month so I can be ready to go into next month. That's just how that is. It just works out that way. Oh, that is pretty. Barb just sent me the picture for the, yeah, that's going to be real pretty. So you're going to use the shells to make to put your paint in the shells. That's going to be very, very pretty. So see, we're just going to drop this in. We're not going to drag it too much because I don't want to wake up what I already have down. I'm going to have to spray my white over here and wake it up because it needs to be woke up. Just think about water ripples. The last thing in the world I want to be is pressure. No pressure, trust me, there's no pressure. We put our pressure. Well, let me speak for me. As for me, Beth, you did the prompts and everything for World of Color Month. And so it's like, oh, I want to play too. So now I get to play your game. So it's kind of like, oh, she's going to share her ball with me. So I can go and play in her yard with the ball. So that's kind of what it is for me. And it's different for me too. It's definitely different. And I've been trying not to use paint. I've been trying to use papers because I could just slap some paint on the pages and then create on top of it. But I'm trying not to do that. So I'm teaching myself how to step outside my comfort zone. Look at that. Isn't that just lovely? You gotta love it. Oh, and let me show you. Squirrel. Look at. Isn't she pretty? I put her in there, and then because I didn't want to waste the paper, I folded it over. I'm going to use it on the other side. So that's that. So I got my pieces, and don't ask me why I did it that way, but that's why I did. It's just I need to put my The pieces on the pages. Yeah, everything I can find. Yeah, so yeah. But Dawn, did you find your gouache? I can't remember if you said you had to find it or you just had to pull it out. Oh, and the other thing, Dawn, on your video, you were talking about the wobbly cart. For whatever reason, I have one of those too. And it's like, was it ever sturdy? I can't even remember if it was ever sturdy, you know? Beth, I love the kit. I'm just going to have to put it in a zip file. Oh, that is so yummy. And it's going to sit there. It's not going to... Watercolor goes into the paper. Gouache kind of hangs out on top and dries. I don't think mine was ever sturdy. Yeah, I kind of got this. This is a repurpose that I got from someone. And I don't think it was... I have to usually have it leaning up on something. Right now, it's so heavy with the stuff that I have on it. It won't go anywhere. Oh, a drying rack. Yeah, you had said that, but you know, you wet up more papers than I do. I don't wet up papers like that. So I have my inks on top, kind of, and then my mission box is like kind of keeping it's in the middle, so it's giving it some grounding. Yeah, so, but when I saw that, I was just like, oh, darn, wonder if it was ever sturdy. Okay, so remember I said with watercolor, you can't, wait, you can't do, okay, yeah, dark. So dark, let me think about it. If it's dark, so we got dark. If it's dark, you can't do, if it's light on the bottom and dark on top, you can't go over it. That's what it is. So light on the bottom, dark, then come back with light. I think that's how it was. But when he said it, and I didn't, like, I'm probably not comprehending it now. But it's whatever it is when you do the watercolor for the color, like this right here is blue down there. I can bring that color back up to be light blue. With watercolor, you can't do that. Yeah, that's what it is. So being that these are light, if I cover them up, thinking from watercolor basis, you won't be able to bring the lightness back. But when you use gouache over it, you can bring that lightness. Like I can bring the lightness back. I would just have to mix it up. Mix the color up so that it could do what you want it to do. And I did that with my rose yesterday, for sure. So let's see. So right here, I need a little bit more blue, probably a lot more blue, because we want to turn it back blue. Let's go right there. Yeah, so you get to bring it back, bring the color back. So it lightens it back up. That you can't do with watercolor. Because if you go piling back on top of watercolor, all it's going to do is want to blend together. Even your watercolor. Oh, yeah, yeah. I didn't think about that, but that's a thought too. But right now, I have 2 bookshelves that I'm thinking of moving them, and that's only because they were so cluttered with books. Like one holds all my Daphne diaries and my art journaling magazines. They hold magazines, and I put them in there because I thought I was going to be creating from the magazines, but then after I found out I couldn't really add them to my magazine and sell them, then they just really just, I stopped buying them. Even when I've trying to go down the rabbit hole to see, like, wait, and but again, you can't. Even with my Dina Wakely stuff, when I use her stencil, if I use her stencil, um, some of her stuff to like use her stencils to create, because the print or whatever the stencil is copyrighted. You got to do a whole lot of covering up and stuff. It's just too much work. I don't want to do all that. Didn't want to do it. Okay, now over here, I'm going to kind of go down here because now I want that kind of to pop out. Alright, gonna pull this. Oh, that's blue. Well, let's do it. Let's bring that color back to that, like over there. Beautiful. 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 Oh look, I feel like that's the other thing why I wanted to have the music on in the background, because I get the painting, I get so engulfed in what I'm doing, I forget all about, like, oh wait, but y'all are just watching me anyway, so we don't always have to talk. That's pretty. Straight that up there. Oh, bring that back. Yes, look at that. And then you sit back and you be like, oh, that's beautiful. Let's kind of do that on top of that a little bit. I'm loving it. So remember the base of this one was watercolor. I did this literally on a live. Beth, my wheels were stuck. I have to put, okay, well, I have put too much weight in some of my carts, so ended up taking the wheels off. Wow. Mike, are we talking about the rolling carts? Or are we talking about the metal carts? Dawn said her wheels were stuck. She had WD-40 just to loosen them to spin. We're going to add some more. Oh, let's do this one. And you notice I'm digging in here because these are the acrylic gouache. I don't want to mix them over here with these. Oh wow, the rolling carts, the wheels got stuck. Y'all, I don't think I got that much stuff on my rolling carts. Dawn, let me tell you something. You have a collection of papers. I can like, whoa. But I think that's it for card makers. Now I'm going to, oh Beth, yesterday I'm going to have to show you from yesterday's live. Oh, that's pretty. And then we're going to take some of this, kind of squiggle it up out there. I've been a card making, I thought I was a card making fool until Dasha shared hers. She got me beat. We were talking about the, yeah, most of it thrifted. Oh, and then what you did with those kitchen cabinets, like you repurposed those cabinets, that is amazing. That's why I tell people you don't have to use what you got in your house. You to get started. Now, once you get what you want and, life goes on and you start growing, then you start adding different things. But yeah, use what you got. That is pretty. I have three drawer bin of cards. Listen, you said you in that dresser drawer. I wanted you to open that drawer and show me them stamps. I was like, oh my God, I just got a card of stamps. But also, you make cards, and this is years of collecting. Look at me trying to give you an out. I don't know. Pretty. Oh, yes, I've been known to take cabinets off the kitchen wall. I wouldn't want my cabinets that are on my kitchen wall. My cabinets that was on my kitchen in beautiful cabinets. But these here in this house, this kitchen is just, it's not my kitchen. It's just here. But they're small. I'll show you my stamps. Yeah, I want to see those stamps. Now that I've gotten a handle on making cards and, not having to be all super duper fancy, I can see stamps in a different way. Like the stamp I had for PM Art Studios. You see what I did with that? That's pretty. I like that. And this brush is just a quill. Remember I said you needed something sturdy. It's still not sturdy enough. I just zipped that file, Karen. You can go back. Oh, thank you. Look at you. I mean, it's 49. I will go back. So all I have to do is go back and pull it back up. I would definitely do that. That's what these were. Not the greatest. They came with the house. Okay, great. Yep. I have no desire to change my kitchen. What I want is to build my dream house on the back 10, which is the back side of the property for those that might be on here and be like, what's the back 10? I have 10.5 acres, so I wanted to be the furthest back, the furthest part of the property, which is the back side. And I call it the back 10. Oh, that is so pretty. So, look at that. I am in love with how that is perking up. I'm just adding colors on top. The base was watercolor. The base. Hey, Beth, I pulled out my heating tool the other day and tried to... Sunday. I did it Sunday. I don't know if you were on or not. Di was like, oh, we got to put that on the calendar. I'm like, yep. Yes, I'd love to build a house. That's what Willie's parents did. But built the cabin that they, oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, why not? If you're going to build what you want. But here in Alabama, what we found out is when you live in a subdivision, you don't get to have the contractor's loan. Like here, you got to have a contractor's loan. Then once they're done, then you got to do closing for the house to have the house loan. I was like, oh my God. And then if the contractors go over time, oh, it's just so much. And it was just too scary. I was like, never mind. Let's just find a house that's already on some property. And then, if it works out, we'll build. If not, no worries. I'm not stressing over it. Because I like my property. The property helps me love the house. Okay, I'm looking at this, and there's a blue over here that I'm going to wake up. And we're going to take this blue, I'm going to spray this peach. And I feel like I need to do... Yep, it's already starting. You can't find your envelope maker. See, that's what it was for me. You put it in a nice spot. It's right there looking at you too. You got it hanging on something that it made sense when you were decluttering. Yep. That's usually what it is. Now I'm going to take some stuff off my desk. I told you guys yesterday that I was going to declutter my desk. And it's because I have so much stuff on it till it's just clutter on my desk. But no worries. Oh, let's see how that turns out. Put a little bit of that right there and go off the edge. Oh, that's pretty. When you find it, put it back where you were looking for it. Yeah, I think so. Do y'all agree? Once you go back a couple times, then your mind kind of be like, oh, it's over there. Because I think that's how it was when I pulled everything out so I could see and bought the rolling carts. The goal was to put it on the carts so that I can see it and it'll be easier to create with it. And then now that I know I have a rolling cart for junk journals, I have a rolling cart for acrylic paint, I have a rolling cart for watercolor paint, and then I have a regular cute little thing that has ephemera and all things. And now that I know that they're not in these drawers anymore, I can just move and kind of go pull the card out. But it did take some time. It did take some time. I had to get used to where I had stuck it. I am having fun with this gouache. I am. It's going to be my new friend. I'm going to put it in my mailing drawer. That's where I went to look for it. Your mailing drawer. In your mailing drawer, was that the mailing box that you had? Because you had some beautiful crates. Like all your things were so pretty. Beautiful. Thank you, Julia. It's coming together. I'm just telling you, I'm having so much fun with it. And it did this was my sheet that I did the practice on what they said on the class or on the live that they did. And see how the white sits on top of that? It didn't merge in. With watercolor, it blends in. Sorry, I was MIA for a bit, was listening to the thunder. Oh, it's raining there. Thunder is amazingly great. Hey, look, I figured you had it on and you were just doing something, as they call it. What do they call it in the loft? So you're just coming out of the loft. I've been doing it all year and it's working great for me. I love the artist box like the ones we decorated, Karen. Yep. But this one was a big one, opened up for displaying pretty things. Yeah. So it looked like, what it reminded me of is my sewing box, where it has the things and the level things on where the wedges go up. I remember that one. Not raining, just thunder. Oh, okay. So it's on the way, maybe. And doing the box we decorated together, I like how you have yours. So now you see what I'm talking about doing with the difference in me. I don't have, like you have yours stuck right there. Like I probably could put it, no I can't. I don't have anything, like you have yours tucked right there. And mine, it's hanging cute on the wall. I'm watching it now. Like it's right there. At least I have it out. And that's the whole goal, was not to put stuff up. Okay, now let's let this dry a little bit, because that's the other thing. Once you layer it, you just give it a minute to dry. And usually, y'all know me, I have a couple paintings going on. But that's what I was talking about this rose. This rose is layered probably maybe 7, 8 times. Supposedly going to rain, but it is California, so who knows? I remember a song. It never rains in Southern California. Who did that song? It never rains in Southern. I can't remember. California's on my list of places to visit. I've never been to California, not even through the airport. It was thunder and lightning and rain. So I will probably get that later. But I like the way this card turned out. So I'm going to make it can be 2 ways. I can sit it this way, where it sits up, or it can go this way, where it sits up this way. And depending on who gets the card, I guess it will be, I'll decide. Because the sentiment would make it how I will put it. So let's say if I put the sentiment this way, then of course it'll be this way. But then if I put the sentiment over here, so I guess whenever I gift it or send it, it'll depend. But see how the tips of this makes it look like the edge of that rose is just so vibrant, and up under it is just two-tone. I haven't been able to master that with watercolor. And I'm just so pleased that this rose came out. So now that I've done these with watercolor, I'm going to sit these over here. Yeah, I like that it's right in my face. Yeah, you got some beautiful stuff. And in your walls, see how you decorated on your walls? That's why I want one wall. Just one more wall so I can do that. Because I only have my one wall that's straight ahead of me that's decorated. So the wall space is just for decoration. That's all. Wow. Okay, where is it? Okay, cut that. Squirrel. I forgot what I was doing. Beth suggested the art line on the slanted wall. Oh, I agree. I like that idea. That is a great idea. Okay. So, this is always going to be my sheet to go back to because I did what? I did gouache, so I can remember. Acrylic gouache performs differently from artist gouache. I have to keep telling myself that. If y'all got it, great. I have to keep telling myself. So therefore, when I'm thinking about this is watercolor, which is watercolor, and we're going in, I need to go in with artist gouache. I mean with acrylic gouache. See how quickly I did that? I have a good one. I think you have a good one more than every now and then. I think you have a good one a lot. I do anyway. Since this is acrylic gouache, we're just going to use this little thingy here. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Oh, and if you're on Team Replay, or if you're here and you haven't subscribed to the channel, and anything that I've done is like, oh, that's cool, and you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe and come hang out with us because we have a lot of great fun. We do YouTube hops. Especially on Wednesday, we be hopping from one to another. We have friends all over the world. And hit that bell notification all, so that like here I am on Tuesday, because usually I'm here Monday and Wednesday Central Standard Time. And you can just come and hang out with us whenever you get notified. Hopefully YouTube has gotten better with notifying. Lay that down, and just kind of let it go. And remember, don't try to control it. Just slap your brush, slap that paint down. That's it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beth, how is Sophie enjoying school? Is it her first week of school? My grandkids had a good first week. The Colorado kids started Thursday. I never understood. I just don't understand why they start like they start. Like, why can't you start on a Monday? And back in my day, we started on a Monday. That's a little watery. Slap it into submission. Now, Dawn. But that will work. You have to do what you want it to do. Okay, look at that. Oh, beautiful. And the watercolor is not waking up, so we're okay. Because acrylic gouache is just laying on top. And this is acrylic gouache that I'm using going across my watercolor flowers. I'm going to have to go and do a little adulting today, though. I need some washing powder. What do they call it? Do they call it washing powder anymore? Because it's not powder. She loves it. She's not even mad about no cell phones anymore. Really? I told my daughters about that, and of course they're over 30. So back in their day, they didn't have cell phones. And then they were speaking on it. I said, "Yep, you just aged yourself." Because they were just like, "Well, what's the problem?" I was like, "Yep, you just aged yourself." Like some of the kids around, on the not YouTube, but the Instagram and Facebook, the news that I have seen in the past, where the mom was wanting the kid to get off of the internet, and they cut the internet off, and next thing you know, the kids got so mad they went and shoot. I think one story I remember, the little boy went and got a gun and shot his mom or his dad because they cut the internet off. It's like these kids are glued to their devices. And so when my daughter said, "What's the problem?" Because they didn't have them in school, I was like, "Yep, you just aged yourself." And she's just like, "Oh my God, I am." I was like, "Yeah." Because they didn't have cell phones. I did not have to worry about that. It just wasn't a time. It wasn't the time. Now, the closest I got to it was my daughter number 2 had to have a cell phone. And her boyfriend or whatever, he bought her a cell phone. And back in the day, you used to have to go by, "Don't call me until after such and such time," for free. But my kids they did get cell phones when before they got out of school. The last bunch did, but they wasn't Like some of the kiddos, you see them now, they're in at dinner, and the only way to keep them quiet is they got a phone in front of them or a tablet. Heck, my era goes back to what's my era goes back to payphones. I took my grandson on a trip to the Rockies, and at the train station, we did a train ride. And that's outside the train station. He's like, "What is that?" I was like, "It's a payphone." He's like, "What? A payphone, dude? You make phone calls." And he just looked at his cell phone. I was like, "Oh yeah, time has changed." I was like, "I used to have quarters. My time it was quarters, but I do remember a couple that would be dimes. And if you lost your quarter in the payphone, you pick up the phone and you dial 0 and tell the operator you lost your quarter. And they send you a whole quarter check. That was my first savings, was to cash my check and put in my savings. That's pretty. So you see how vibrant? I still feel like the screen is a little bit, maybe it's too bright. No, it's my actual screen. And I think that's the other thing about doing restream and all these other things. There you go. That looks better. Okay. LOL, my cousin had a working payphone in a phone booth in his what? Really? I would do anything. Like my grandma, one of my grandmas, she still has the old school rotary dial. I was just, oh my God, I can't believe this. You still have that phone and it works. That's the part I couldn't believe. Thank you, Beth. So you see the difference now with gouache is you get to layer it, and you get to layer it without waking up the bottom layer. As though with watercolor, if I go back in with watercolor, it's going to wake it up. As a matter of fact, let's see if I can. I'll probably have to swoop in fast. What color is this? Red. Let's pull some. What watercolor palette is close that has red? Oh, let's use red. Is that red? Yep, that one will work. And the other thing, it's going to be transparent. Ooh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Ooh. But the thing is, it's transparent. So see, putting it on around here, you can't see through it. I mean, putting the gouache on, you can't see through it. So it makes it layer. So it's layering it up. Layering it up. Yes, he restored it. His house was so fun. Event. Wow, go to his house to karaoke. A slot machine. Oh, that sounds like a fun house. Running a train that ran through the entire house along the ceiling. Yeah, we have a train around the Christmas tree. That's about as far as we got. Beth says the Firefly page was challenging for me. How fun. So you get to see right there why it won't work. So after I put the gouache on, you can't come back with the watercolor. That's what I was saying earlier. Watercolor, you can't go and make it lighter, but gouache, you can. So these are all the things that I wanted to do so I can know for myself. Because as Di and I were talking, I think we were all talking on the live the other day, is it's better when you can sometimes learn how to do stuff for yourself and then it clicks. I also have him an old slush puppy. Ooh, that he restored and had working. And wanted it back after that. Now, my question is, do he still have this house? Is this still a fun house that y'all have access to? That sounds very nostalgic. Look, Dawn, I can read it, and I kind of, my brain knows it. It kind of like knows what you're talking about. So now I'm going to come back over here and put this back. Because the outside of the flower, it can kind of stay a little bit. That's beautiful. She cute. Y'all hear me? She cute. Yes, he still lives there. Oh, nice. That's fun. Now, does he still have all the fun parties and all the things? Oh, I don't go anymore now that I don't. Party hardy. Dylan, you don't party hardy anymore? Darn. I don't like that, but we're going to go with it. I'm not going to worry about it. Remember, just pivot and keep moving. Slap the paint down. Don't stress. Just go around. Swoop, swoop, swoopy. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Boop, boop. I don't think you're lame. I can be lame when I want to. I'd rather go somewhere and sit and listen to music. I've never been one to go and do all the dances and things. I was in a marching band, and I think I had enough of that from high school. Like we were in our marching band did all the things. We did the dances and played the music. We were definitely very versatile. So most of the time when we go somewhere, I just want to sit somewhere and listen to the music. Which is why, like now, if I wouldn't been on live, I would have been in the studio, in here, either looking at the Waltons, looking at a movie, or listening to some music. Having my whole mind calm as I slap this paint on paper and really see how this gouache is behaving. Oh my God, that is beautiful. Now, your water get dirty fast, I'm telling you that. Yes, I do, Mrs. Lily and I have sometimes, both of us girls. I did lots of music festivals until COVID. I think I did more going out after my children were um, older. Because, when you have a house full of kids, it's just like it was work, especially after I got a divorce. It was work and taking care of the kiddos. Fun came when I signed up with Mary Kay and became a director with Mary Kay, running around, hanging around, doing great things. That was fun. So it worked out. But I think after they got really older, I started hanging out and doing more. That's why I was telling Bernadette yesterday, we got to get back out there and start doing our living life. Because I realize sometimes we can just stay so cooped up. So I don't want to miss something that I'm supposed to be a part of. That is pretty. And another thing, yeah, Dawn, I live vicariously through my girls as well. Because that daughter number 2, baby, now that was the partier. That girl left my house. She graduated. She was out. She didn't have furniture in her house. She was gone and definitely be partying. And because she would hang out with daughter number three, but daughter number three still wasn't a partier. She probably do more partying now. I'm not getting my green I want. All right, so we got to wake up some yellow. But I think it's fun. Oh, and another thing they said with gouache, you can use your palette knife to sometimes dig into it, get what you want out of it if you didn't want to spray and wet it up. Some of the shows we went to, the girls knew the music better than I did. Concerts were never my thing. I went to 3 concerts. My first concert was Jackson 5. I was 8 years old. And my second concert was Prince. I was a junior in high school. And my third concert was Usher. That's it. Because I'm the type person I want you to sing. I don't want to go to no concert and then you telling me to sing. I paid to hear you sing. I have a newfound joy after I got older and realized what Prince was really, really singing about. I had a newfound joy for it. It's just like, oh, like he had a bed to come up out of the, literally on stage. And it's like, oh, that's a pretty brass bed. But, once you get older and understand really what was going on, you're like, oh, okay. That green still isn't what I want it to be. Urgh. Oh, and jazz. I've done all the jazz. Like, Thelonious Monk. Seen a lot of jazz. God, what's the other boy's name? Ooh, I can't think his name now. But I've had my share. I probably did more jazz concerts and things. Let's see, what color are you? Let's put you blue, 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 blue. Oh, that's all right, but it's still not. It's like a dirty green. I don't really like that one. Let's just slap it down. Here's the thing. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're gonna, you know what we can do? This is what we can do. I need some brown. That's what we maybe need. Maybe. Let's see. That's it. That's it. There you go. And reggae. I like reggae a little bit. It's not my run to. And I think that's probably a childhood thing because I felt like everybody listened to reggae, smoked weed, and I didn't want to be around it. So that was one of those stigmas that I had to get out of my head. It's just like reggae is nice. But music was my jam. Music runs in my blood. Most of my dad's family are in music business. Oh, nice. Yeah, my dad played the trumpet. I played the flute and the piccolo. So I love music. I love listening to it. I'm like a chameleon. I pretty much can listen to anything. But then when it comes down to what really brings me, like, get the feet tapping and that I really want to play a part in it, it's, they used to call me church girl because all I listen to for real is gospel and jazz. There it goes. That's it. Pretty. Brown was the it. Look at that. Oh, because we can do over that. Boop, boop. Pop that in there. Pop that on top of that. Boop, boop, boop. Boom. Let's get some more of that. Tony. Yes. There you go, Bernadette. See, if Crystal was on here, her and that Kendra, they know all the songs. I think that It Never Rains in Southern California. I think that was it. Tony, Tony, Tony. My daughter that passed away, she took piano. And her piano teacher was named, guess what? Dawn. Sure was. Now that just popped. That was a memory. That was a good memory. Miss Dawn was a beautiful lady. I like that. It's coming together. Y'all feel it? It's coming together. I did some piano, but more by ear. Didn't never learn to read music. I still have my flute. I pull it out every now and then. The dogs don't like it. That high pitch. They do not like it. They'd rather for me to sing than to hit a note on it. Okay. And the band that I played in was over 300 members. We were called the Marching 200. And we would go, coming from football games, people would literally be trying to count us. And then when they would get to 200, they'd be like, it's more than 200. Music is fun. That's something that, in this process of bringing the body back, healing and getting back to what brings me peace and what makes me happy. Music was one of the things that I realized I had, kind of stopped listening to. Old school, I mostly go back to old school gospel because a lot of today's gospel doesn't quench my soul. Or it depends. If I want to shake a booty real fast, then, I'll go and listen to some of it. But some of it is okay. But I want that stuff that makes me want to just really just cry out to him. And some of it just don't make me want to cry out to nobody. But it's not for me. It's for the person that needs to hear it, Okay. Oh, that is pretty. Look at me. Looky. Oh, I feel like a pro over here. Oh, girl. Look how you slap that on there. That'd have been watercolor. It would have been all together. It'll been all like blended together. The difference, the reason, okay, so I really realized it now. I just got it. Oh, I don't want that in there. When I used acrylic, that's why I loved acrylic and wasn't going to try watercolor, because it's just like, I like the control. Now that I'm not trying to be in control, I like the fact that I can still use the gouache. It's still movable, still pliable, still just kind of, does its thing, but it's not as stiff. Acrylic is stiff. So the artist gouache is movable like my watercolor, but it doesn't, like, I can put on top. I don't really have to wait. Like those leaves, look at that. That's gouache, color on top of color. And that is fun. If I would have did that with the watercolor, I would have had it merged in and it would have just been a mess. And I'm going to do some leaves with watercolor because this is a combo. And I want my portrait to think that it's all gouache. Did I put that palette back up? Where's my green? Oh, shucky ducky. Now let's rub on you since you're still high. Let's just wake you up. Because you need to be down. Oh, that might be the wrong color though, but no worries. Dawn and her typos. Okay, watch this. So there's that. Got that down. In order to do what I did right there, I'm going to have to wait for this to dry. Because watercolor is what? Wet. So if you go into it now, it's wet on wet. Right? And I don't want wet on wet. But if this was the gouache, I could go on top and put it on there like I did that one. But it's pretty. Oh, let me go up. Sorry, you were out of focus. But this thing is making me feel pretty doggone good about my watercolors. See? I'm just gonna leave that there. Trying to mash that down. I have an Irish whistle. Irish. I used to want to play the drums. My mama said no. Wasn't having all that blankety blank noise in her house. I'm just like, dang, no would be suffice. You got to be all that. My mother used very colorful words. She used more adjectives than nouns. Her and Michael would get along fine. Would get along fine. I always wanted a rain stick. I bet you could make that out of bamboo. So I'm going to get me speaking of rain stick, I'm going to order me one because I want a sound bowl. I don't know if y'all have heard of sound bowls, but my mentor she does sound baths, and she did one when I went to her house, and I was just like, oh my goodness. There we go. Oh, that is coming together. Look at her. Gouache and watercolor can be done. When I went down the rabbit hole, well, didn't go down the rabbit hole, but when I was on YouTube trying to, find to see how people are using gouache, it's just not that many. So that'd be great. And that's why I wanted gouache to be in the title for today. The World of Gouache with watercolor. And this works out fine. Fine, fine, fine. I'm loving it. I want a rain drum. Yes, so she has the sound bowls. She has maybe 10 of them. She has the rain drum. She has the rain stick. She has all the things. She has all the things. That's what I want to say. And I'm like, oh my goodness, yummy. Something else that I had to get out of the mindset of you don't do that, because and how I was brought up, they would always that kind of stuff was so I had to get my mind to grow, and get outside of what does that have to do with anything, and then go back and what the harp was playing, and all these things were used in the Bible, so I'm trying to figure out who said that they were demonic, which is but you don't know until you go and learn for yourself what the word says and what it means and all the things. Y'all, I'm in love with this piece. Let's put some green in here. Kind of make it look like it just kind of is in there. I am definitely loving this piece. And look how all of the greens are showing up. Oh, this is fun. I'm going to be home all this week, except for Thursday. I'm going to get my hair done Thursday, so I can look like somebody when I go to this conference next week. Can't be going out looking all crazy. I can do it, but I don't feel like doing it. I'm going to treat myself. Boom. Look at that green. Ooh, a violin. Those are fun. One of my cousins plays the cello, that big one. So I guess you can say our family is too. You have a doctor's appointment Thursday. Okay, so I'll be at the hairdresser, you'll be at the doctor's. And I figure Monday and Tuesday will be my extra days for lives. Maybe I'll stay on like I did yesterday so I can make YouTube happy. And then Tuesday, and then Wednesday we go down. But, oh, that's fun. Oh, that's pretty. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, love it, love it. Put it, pop it through there. Boop, 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 shoot. I used to play the violin. I would love to learn to play a cello. I love the sound of them. Cellos are so beautiful. They are like, that's one of the sounds for sleep. A cello. So I guess you can say we can put together a whole band. My son, Andrew, plays piano and drums out of the kiddos. I don't know if Nicole still could play. She played flute in school, but she did chorus more so. I was trying to look for my sponge. There it is. William wanted to play guitar. He's never learned. He's never taught himself. The piano guys? No, I've never heard of piano guys. Is that somebody we can look up? Okay, did y'all see that? That was watercolor. I put gouache on top of that. And you see it didn't blend in. It's sitting right on top. And it's still a little wet. If I'd have did that with watercolor, it would have been messed. It would have been wet on wet. It would have just been a mess. Yum, yum, yummy. Pretty. Yes, they're on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to have to look them up. The piano guys. I'm loving this right here. This area right here. It's like the fold over flowers. So this is like a bouquet of flowers. It is really coming together. Yo, you got to play with some gouache. Find your gouache, Dawn. Play with it. Add it to your watercolors. Put them out and have a party. Let's have a gouache watercolor party. And for those that might be like, oh, I don't have gouache or whatever, I can possibly say the inexpensive gouache, that's what I've been using. This is just the difference is this is acrylic. So if you're using your watercolor and your acrylic, then it's perfect. Perfect combination, because that's what I've been doing. I've been using the watercolor. I use the watercolors, but I've been mostly using the watercolor, the acrylic gouache. Because I wanted to see, that was my whole reason for coming on today. I wanted to come on and play. I just really wanted to pop on here and hang out and see. Is it a half dozen? It is. Oh, looky. But yes, this is fun. You can definitely marry your watercolor and your gouache. Now, if you're looking for some different kind of look, maybe know what you maybe kind of want it to look like. This right here, if this is your thing, like I remember Sophie saying she didn't have control, like when she was trying to do what she was trying to do with the watercolors. I think she would like gouache. I think she would. And look at how this one has dried. It didn't, the gouache sits on top. So it doesn't, that's why it doesn't matter what kind of the paper you use, the weight. You need to have mixed media kind of paper, Not talking about maybe copy paper, but maybe 25-pound copy paper, maybe. But it doesn't need to be thick, because it's not going to be nowhere near, because you don't use. You can see I didn't use a lot of water. But this, it sits on top. And that's what's so beautiful. That's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of it. And I'm just like, oh, love it. So this one is like that. Looks like, kind of do your layers. And then we took these, the roses started out, the base is watercolor. That worked out. Pull some more out of that one. Let that be different kind of leaves. Boom. Make it like a leaf pops out of there. Just slap the paint on the paper. Boom. And that's where you come out with. Boom. That water is dirty. It definitely gets dirty like acrylic. I'm going to have to go through my brushes though and get some stiffer brushes. My watercolor brushes definitely doesn't give it, I don't know. I'm going to get some stiffer ones. I'm going to look. I have some, so I'm just going to mosey around on my desk and see. Did that go down? I don't think that went down. Because when I put the top on it. Can you use gouache on canvas? Yes, 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 yes. Way more better than watercolor. Because think about it. Watercolor gonna drip. But when you have gouache, it's thicker. I mean, yeah, it's thicker than watercolor. It's, you know, so you can definitely use it. Like this is gouache. You don't have to wait for it to dry in the water. So if these leaves were still wet, I would have to wait before I hold it up because they would still kind of run a little. But no, yes, you can definitely put gouache on canvas, which is a lot of people. I think Barb paints on canvas. But she does all things. She paints on rocks, woods, and all the things. So that is like that. But Julia, it's fun. You know what? Don't threaten me with a good time. Only because it's a little one. Only because it's a little one. That's it. Only. And then after I slap this on here, then I'm going to go feed thyself. Because I just paid attention to what time it is. Time flies when you're having fun. That's all I can say. But guys, this is what I do when I don't really have anything to do, like when I'm not doing programs, content, or counseling. This is what I do. So today is was like really a free day. Now I'm not going to put anything on this because that paper said, I think this is one that's already, let's see. Medium. Oh, I ripped up the thing. It's an Artist Series A, so which means something they already have, whatever. Usually I would put gesso on it because I would use mixed media, but no. So let's get a big brush. I need one firmer than that. You want to come? Nope, you're too soft. Oh, y'all are too soft. What about you? Oh well. It's about the closest I'm. Pick a color. Somebody put a color in the chat. One color. Put a color in the chat. We're gonna do a base. A base. And I'm also going to have to order the thing to put these in because it's not good to keep doing it out of my tubes. So I'm going to order, because it can't go in the regular pans that I have. Like, they need to be can't go in these because see this let air in kind of thing. It's okay for my watercolors. Look how that cracked. Look how those cracked. Who is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Marry Me Blue. Marry Me Blue is cracked in all the other ones too. And I'm quite sure that's because I let air in. Purple, purple. Okay, purple, purple. I know Barb, oh, pink, pink, purple. I know Barb would say blue. Okay. I knew Dawn was going to say pink, purple. So, Pam, is pink your favorite color? Ignore those other two messages. I don't know why it did that and it won't let me delete. What other two messages? Let me scroll back. Use to play the violin, cello. Those? You want us to ignore those? I thought that was great. Yeah, Dawn, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to combine them. Or maybe that wasn't for me. I don't know. All right. So we have... Oh, yes, ma'am. Pink. Yes, you love pink. Okay. So, Julia, the thing of it is, this is a canvas. This is a good canvas, too, because this one's a wood one. So, oh, maybe it didn't post because it was an email address. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't see it. The last one I saw from you, Pam, was talking the cello. All right, let's go in. Okay, this might answer my question as to, did this canvas get treated? And that might be the answer. So, what it is. Just because it's on sale don't mean you should buy it. Interesting. But what that also tells me, so let's see, let's do this now. Let's see. What we're gonna do? We're gonna learn some things on the fly. Cause that's all I need is give me a question. And usually, Julia, this is what happens with me. I ask the question and then I have to get the answer. Either I get it on YouTube or I figure it out myself. And there you go. So what I did was, remember before I said I wasn't sure if I was going to put gesso on it, but this one evidently needs gesso, or it might have been a watercolor one, I'm not sure, because I did buy some watercolor ones that I don't like. I'm enjoying the way this is coming out. So that's what you do, just pivot. Y'all get to see how I don't stress over it and be like, ugh, you just pivot, keep it moving. Keep it moving, keep it moving. Don't make a traffic jam with your thoughts. Just slap some paint on it, move it around. If it doesn't work, then you'll learn. So what I learned is I might have to just do this canvas with some gesso. But I am liking the way that pink, soft pink, is covering it up. Now, we're going to have to leave that and let that dry. Or, y'all know what? Oh, maybe, okay. Y'all know what I got on my desk, but we got it. But I have another thing over here. Ooh. You mosey on up there. And you mosey right there. We're not going to even take that off. We're just going to go in with this. Beautiful, beautiful. We didn't say this color, but it just called my brush. Sorry. And this is a panel canvas. But that is pretty color. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh, thank you, Jenny Day. Oh, you're making your last quarter journal planner mate. Nice. Okay, anybody else creating? Now I'm going to slap this on here because I like the way this is going. Watch this, watch this, watch this, y'all. Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Okay, we're going to go over here. Ooh, she cute. She cute. Oh, she cute. Look at that. Just slap the paint on the paper. Ask yourself the question, then go down the rabbit hole. Now, I need another brush. I need a stiffer. It's like you need a stiff drink. You need a stiff one. You see how I put stuff down there already? And why I'm doing this intentional so that you can see how you can still lay the paint, the gouache, over what you've already put down. That's what I think the magic is, and which is why I wanted to combine the gouache with my flowers because of the layering I love to do. Now remember I said about my brush, it needs to be hard, more stiffer so that it could, but this is, it's doing okay, but I would want it to be stiffer. So more of an acrylic brush, and they're over there. I do know they're over there on my easel, but I'm gonna make this work because it's right here. There you go. Sorry guys, I got quiet. I was concentrating because making landscapes is not my thing. Flowers, yeah. But in my mind, I was trying to figure out like what I want to do with that because of the guy when he did his. So now that you, Julia, now that you've inspired me, let's see what we can do with this white because you take it. Oh, I gotta wake it up. Gotta wake up, wake up, wake up, little Susie, wake up. Where's my knife? Oh, there's an acrylic brush too. Oh, nice. See how thick that is? See how it got a little flick to it? That's an acrylic brush right there. But I need to wake up some of this. Thank you, Dawn. I meant to do it with this brush. Duh. Don't want to do it. I don't want to play. Okay, fine. Puppy is knocking at the door. She's like, hey, lady, what you doing in there? I heard her just moving around. So, there we go. The question was asked, and there is the demonstration. What it is, when it dries, no. I used to be a planner girl. Then I fell in love with paint. And then I don't have anywhere to go. But I do use my planner for my planning content, for planning my YouTube. I can say I do use it for that. I do. I think you really need to join the party so I can show how you show out. But the white, and then some blue. And the more it dries, you can keep building upon it. In my mind, I was trying to, like, I'm going to make this kind of like water, somewhere like a stream. Then maybe put some more blue. Let's kind of do a little bit so I can tell myself. Yeah, there we go. And the thing about it is, all you're doing is playing. You just, if something comes up, it's ugly now. When it dries, they say it'll be beautiful. So just slap the paint on the paper and have fun. At the end of it all, you're taking time to just hang out with yourself. Or like me, I decided to hang out with you guys. And I thank you for hanging. I haven't even shown you what I did out of my new watercolor book. No, Dawn, you have not. I'll be waiting. I'll be patiently waiting. Okay. I was trying to make these kind of look like trees. But you see, I can go back up here. Where's my brush? If my white would have wanted to participate. It's got blue in it. There we go. You moisturized this morning. Yay! She don't want no drying out. I tell you, if you need some good moisturizer, that Bernadette, she got some. She'll be happy to sell you some. Cause boy, listen, Mary Kay came out with his new moisturizer for women over 50, and it is so creamy, and it's a good sun and all the things. Slap some moisturizer on the face. We over here to do it all. We will slap some paint on some paper and slap some moisturizer on our face. Put some oil on our body so we ain't got to be wasting away. Boom. There we go. So, question answer. Can you put gouache on canvas? Yes. And all that wetness that I've done, it ain't going nowhere. And as you're doing it, it's not going to go anywhere because it's not watery. You don't have water on it. So that works out. Let's kind of make that look a little watery. And see how you can keep working it and working it and working it. And the water just goes away over here in the corner. There we go. I'm making myself be a planner girl. I've never kept up with it when I tried before. I use it for appointments and like a diary. That's what I used to do. Well, I take that back. I used to have all kinds of planners. So, but that's what I do now. And it's in my basket. So my planner, it's all in my room. And it's one that I take to church as well because it has a little section in there for notes or whatever. Not that I'd be taking too many notes. Okay, but is that a good representation? Like, look at the water. See the water? It's going to be the water, and then that's the grass, and then the trees on the other side. So that works out. No, I haven't seen your junk planner. So we're going to sit that right there and let that do its thing. Now we're going to put some purple. Because this one, let's see, is this purple woke? Or do we have to make purple over here? Oh, I guess it was. Maybe. When you say junk planner, Pam, does that mean everything gets thrown in it? Yeah. So, okay, so if you run across a canvas that hasn't been gessoed or whatever they call it on it, they're called something. Now, you can still buy regular ones. But the difference is once I put that gesso on there, now you can see it doesn't do what it did before. And my purple doesn't want to wake up because I haven't had these things out in a while. But you see how? And this brush isn't stiff so it can dig down in there. Which this is my Winsor & Newton brush. I'm gonna have to go and check that out. Did you decoupage it? Instead of the napkin around the edge, did we decoupage that? Something else I love to do, decoupaging. But it's not something I would pick up every day. Oh, you're going to be working on it tonight? Pam, when I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning, I cut YouTube on to see if you were there. You wasn't there because you were asleep at. I was the one up last night. But I laid there and cut my phone on to a nice sound bath and went back to sleep. Because I didn't want to cut the TV on and wake Mr. McCoy up. Oh, wait, 3 o'clock. No, when I woke up, he was already gone. So I did cut the TV on. Because I had planned on hanging out. But you are sleeping. Look at that. So there you go. We got canvas. We did 2 ways with canvas. I showed you all the things. I am very well pleased that I can truthfully say that gouache is going to be a part of my play. I don't know, maybe the things on the trees. Who knows? We'll see what it looked like. Prime. That's it. Thank you, Dawn. This one isn't prime. This one is not prime. So we put some gesso on it. This one was, so that's, I mean, it's not a problem. I just use regular acrylic gesso and then you let it dry and then you paint over it. I was looking for you. Why didn't you come to the party? It didn't want to. So, but this one, I'm going to let it dry. And then I'm going to probably pull out one of these very, very vibrant colors and paint on top of it. And paint a flower on top of it. I don't know. But there we go. There we go, y'all. I'm going to get up from here. Blue. Either my thing is late or Bernadette was late on her end. Oh, God. That's cute. But this puppy turned out. So we did some great stuff with gouache today. Yeah, she's scratching. I'm coming. She's scratching at the door. She's just like, hey, lady, I'm going to either leave you a mess over here or you better come on and take me out. So we did some good things today. Gouache is not. Acrylic gouache performs like acrylic. It's not rewettable. Artist gouache performs like watercolor. It's rewettable. You can build and build and build and build. Like you can build on it, and that's the difference in the two. Gouache is like the transparency of it is what do we say? One is like tempered glass, so transparency. You can see through watercolor, so you can see through it. But when you have the other gouache, the acrylic gouache, it's gonna dry. Not transparent. That's it. Not transparent. So that was it. I'm not sure I'm working and listening. It's okay, Bernadette. I appreciate you for multitasking and hanging out. That's all I look. That's all I appreciate. I wish I was there so I can go up the street and get me a barbecue sandwich. Ooh, I would love a Jenkins barbecue sandwich right now. I don't have access to stuff like that. Do not. I do not. I placed my order with okay, I'll put that, Barb, if you're still on here, I'll put that in there too. They are, no, Barb, you don't need, so the brushes, you already have brushes. You have your, the acrylic brushes is what we're going to use. We're going to use, because your watercolor brushes, again, they're just too soft. They're used to housing a lot of water. And because we're not using a lot of water with our brushes, we're not going to use them. But go get your acrylic brushes and your acrylic brushes are going to do just fine because they're going to be a little stiffer. Didn't mean to go. Son came home, so catching up. Thanks for the fun. Hey, that's all right. I'm just happy y'all had me in here. Had me on. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm gonna get off of here, go let the puppy out, and then I'm going to go and make me a nice salad, slap some chicken across it, and I'm going to eat. And that's where. And then I'm gonna go do a little adulting, go to the store and get some detergent. I guess I don't know what we call it, washing powder. I don't know. It's not powder anymore. So, but I think we did pretty good with gouache. I think we did good. This was watercolor gouache combo. The question was, can you put gouache on canvas? We slapped that down real quick. Didn't take too much time. And then we did combos over here. Watercolor gouache. This is gouache. This is watercolor and gouache. So I think my journey of marrying the two has worked. Laundry soap. Yeah, that might work better because it's not powder anymore. Laundry soap. But I'm loving this. I am really loving this. Loving it, loving it, loving it. And the good thing about gouache is its excellent light fastness. Laundry detergent. Okay, I like laundry detergent. I was just calling it washing powder because that's what I grew up on. You know, it's like a house coat. Did y'all have this one? A house coat or a robe? Was that one of y'all things? So, and then we've already turned one into a card. So that's it. I have fun. And remember, if you have something like Hemi, it's acrylic. Now I know the difference. I can tell because I did not. I was just like, it's gouache. But it's acrylic gouache. And I know the difference in them now. So I can still use it. Now it will come out and it will play. It will be on the table so it can play too. Acrylic gouache is not rewettable. It needs to be sealed so it doesn't get, you know, air in it to dry out. If it does, then it'll look like this. It'll get cracky. So those I'll need to get a toothpick, wet it up, and kind of get it going again. Artist gouache, you can put it on your nice little palette like so, and it's going to wake back up. All I have to do is spray this and wake it back up. We call it a house coat now. Used to be robes. My grandmother wore a house coat. Yeah, so but here's the thing. Back in the day, remember how the houses used to be? They used to be cold, so they had to have on something that was like a coat. My robes now, no bueno. Wouldn't have lasted. But I do have a house coat that I will, in the cold, I would wear out to maybe the doghouse or something like that because it's heavy enough. But, and yeah, in Germany, when I lived in Germany, I used to have to use my house coat because the way the houses are made, it is a little different. And you would have a coldness to it. So the house coat will be better than the robe because robes are thinner. But that was just a conversation. It was just a question. So I may have to try gouache. Jenny Day, try it. I think it's so much fun. I think it's so much fun. I think a house coat snaps up. Snaps. Yes, a house coat does. Yes, a house coat does. Yes, it does. A robe has a robe, and you tie it with a pretty little bow. Yeah. And a negligee, whole nother category. All right, guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I love it, love it, love it, love it. We've been here. And if you are on Team Replay or if you are somewhere around and you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel where you get to hang out and we get to talk about little things like something as simple as a robe, right? Listen, brands that I feel like a warm welcome that I do like that I use today, I'll let you know. I put my link for my Utrecth Artist Gouache. If you don't have any and you want to do it, and you can, you know, use my affiliate link for the Utrecth. That's the one that I use mostly today. But if you have whatever you have, use what you have. If you have some Holbein, use the Holbein. Use what you have so that you can have fun, play. Get you a sheet, kind of, you know, slap it down so you can see what it looks like, but use what you have. It's not, I'm going to say it's not like watercolor to where it, you know, it makes a difference. All of it is light fast. All of it. Most of all the ones I've seen, they're light fast. Even the Holbein. I mean, even the Hemi. So they're going to be fun. Have fun. All right, guys, I'll see you later. And remember, I'm here regularly every Monday and Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you like to join me on Monday and Wednesday, that's more of a guided conversation. Yesterday, we talked about life, living the life you've prayed for. It's a little bit more, we're still slap paint on paper, but it's still going to be fun. Okay? So pick up that brush, paint with confidence, mix some paint up, have some fun, do what you need to do. Don't worry about whether it's right or wrong. Just have fun. And remember, create joy. Don't forget to share your joy with someone that maybe needed to have a hug today, right? Keep creating, keep exploring, and keep choosing joy. Bye. Thank you, guys. See you later.